Hello? Hello? Am I hearable? How's my audio today? Are we feeling better? Hello, princess. Very loud. Okay, is it the music that's loud or is it me? Peaking? Your voice. Okay, what does that mean? It's bad? I'm gonna mute myself and just close my window. I'll be RB. Oh, dang. Okay. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Okay, I just listened back to my VOD and I think it's okay. Um I did turn it down a little bit because I can see in OBS it was like going crazy, but hopefully it's better now. But welcome on in. Welcome in, Kyrian. Welcome in, Captain Quasi. How are you guys today? How is your weekend? It's Saturday. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, warm Saturday in the summer. I hope you guys are having a great time and soaking up as much sunshine as possible. I know, Kyrian. Am I allowed to say this on stream? That you're traveling soon, Kyrian? Been working and packing and editing. I feel that. Weekend is going well. How are things in Sarsaparilla Springs? All right. Well, why don't you all find out with me? Shall we enter? Also, how is the music volume? Is it doing okay? Welcome. Hello. Oh, I turned off my where is my chat box? Here we go. Volume is good. Okay, amazing. Yes, I'm in 2D for now. I think my 3D model is not quite where I want it to be. I haven't really had a lot of time to like really edit it or make it look much better. But yeah, bros. Oh, I missed some messages. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. So Kyrian is headed to Japan, and Japan will be shared on Insta. That's pretty amazing. Heading over to the Japan quadrant. What is your most anticipated, or what are you most excited for in Japan? I'd love to hear more about that. Okay, great. I'm glad that my audio is good. Space Japan, like Space Australia from, I'm assuming that's Dragon Ball Z. Guys, I'm so out of the loop on these acronyms. How is your weekend, Quasi? How are you doing? A bridge. Oh, I see. I wanted to show off a new thing. I was a little late to stream because I was setting something up and I was hoping and praying that everybody else would be able to do this, but for right now, it's just me. I set up a toggle so you can throw stuff at me. And I want to set it up so that you can spam it. So that you can just go and throw things. I originally wanted rocks to be thrown at me, but I just ran out of time. But yeah, what do you guys want to throw at me? I also had a thought, like, what if you could send me to jail? Like, what if there's a chat redeem so that, like, a giant cage falls down from the sky? Default no, I hate Suzanne so much. I hate that stupid monkey. She's so ugly. This has actually been haunting me for a long time. And so I'm thinking maybe I should add it then, because I actually have like a visceral response to Suzanne. She's just so horrible and scary. She's got these crazy eyes. I feel like for this to be the official Blender little mascot guy, oh, horrible. Give us the monkey. Actually, I do have a bear. A bear gets thrown at me. I think okay, there's a bike, there's a fish, bits, a present, fish. Okay, banana, where's the bear? There's a can. I just gotta cycle through it, I think. Okay, there's the bear. And there's also steak and a microphone and a burger. Hello, welcome on in, RW Bunny Boy. Do you pronounce it as like Bunny Boy? Let me know. What's the pronunciation here? A human butt. Okay, a butt would go hard. Or even like a really voluptuous peach. I'd love that. Okay, I am a big fan of the can though. Also, I just had a panic moment where I was like, am I recording the VOD? Because I stopped recording for a second and then I re-enabled it. Give it angry eyes like the day my butt went psycho. Tato doll. I'm doing good. How are you? You're also a fellow Pinky, aren't you, right? I'm doing so good. I actually had a massage this morning. Because I have extremely tight traps to the point where it actually causes me pain. Oh, who redeemed Bad Fizzy? I'm sorry, that was supposed to be the throw thing, but I don't think it doesn't do anything right now. It's just a way to punish me, I guess, and let me know that I'm horrible. But yeah, I got a massage this morning and I was really looking forward to it, because I was hoping for some pain relief. And what happened was the masseuse is one that I hadn't like gone to before, and he yanked my ponytail. I went in with a ponytail and I guess he was trying to like move the hair away so that he could like get at my shoulders. But he just kind of started yanking it, and I think he was trying to like loosen up my hair tie, but I was just like like laying down naked while some stranger comes over and like yanks my ponytail. I'm like, my goodness, take me out for dinner first. Like, this is a little crazy. Yeah, exactly. At least buy me dinner. A little wild. I'm also very happy because this week I had a huge deadline at work, and I've been working towards this deadline since February. It's been so stressful, and finally it happened. And so I'm out of crunch hell for the first time in months and months and months. What did you miss? You missed me going for a massage and getting my ponytail yanked. I think he was trying to just move my hair out of the way, but the way he did it, I was like, have you never touched a ponytail before? Why is he just yanking it? I have crunched the crunch. The crunch has been vanquished. I'm so happy because it's just been like, it's been pretty grueling. If I'm being honest, I've been doing a lot of overtime. And thankfully my overtime is compensated. At my last job, I had to do unpaid overtime. Pretty sure that's illegal, but it was just the expectation. It was so bad. At my last job, it would be sometimes like I would start work at 8 a.m. and then sometimes I'd be working until like 10:30 or 11 or even later than that. Horrible. But I'm glad that crunch is over, and I'm hoping to take off sometime next week. It's Canada Day. So I have Wednesday off. Does anyone else have Canada Day plans? Or when's 4th of July? That must be on the weekend, right? When he said kinky, he meant your hair, not the act. Like, I have kinky hair? Thank God for paid overtime. Yeah, although I'm still not loving overtime, to be honest. Throw bears at your former boss. Okay, what's funny is that my former boss is actually my favorite manager ever. It was just the situation that we were in that was really crappy. After that busy week, sounds like that ponytail needed a massage. Okay, Mr. Palechin, welcome on in. That ponytail. I like how my ponytail now kind of bounces. I think it could use a massage. It almost looks like there's like a muscle inside. Like, what if I'm like one of those scary ponytail Pokemon? What you gonna do for Canada Day? I think I'm gonna head downtown over by Casaloma, perhaps. Apparently they don't have public fireworks. They have private fireworks, which makes no sense because fireworks go up into the sky. So if you're just close enough, you can just watch the so-called private fireworks. So I think we're just gonna crash that. I'm heading out on a date, Kyrian, on Canada Day, celebrating out here in the Eothea Galaxy. Indoor fireworks. I did hear stories about people setting off fireworks inside. I don't think they would recommend that. Don't feel you have to pronounce that, Fizzy. I'd love to know your preferred pronunciation, though. Let me know. Is it an I-O or an L-O? How fun. I am hoping it will be fun. I'm hoping to hit up some patios as well. People were setting off fireworks in their car? Are they still with us? That's crazy. That's insane. Like their parents' car or their car? I'm just thinking of like, the first thing my mind goes to is that is an expensive repair. That is crazy. I'm thinking first like, oh no, I hate taking my car in. So I can only imagine taking it in for something that is like so obviously stupid that I did. Iothesia. Okay, slay. Iothesia. Cool. Do you like... Is it based on an existing Earth language, or how do you come up with those names? Hey, Fizzy, a shared friend of ours is fundraising for Rainbow Railroad right now. May I post a link to it in the chat? Yes, please do. I'd love to know more about it. Doing donuts in the parking lot, launching fireworks out at the local businesses. Oh, I see. Like out of the car. I thought you meant into the car while they're sitting in it. I'm like, that sounds like suicide. Hey, Finley, welcome on in. Oh, it's Elamidi. Yeah, I think Elamidi is doing like a Pride charity stream right now, right? Oh, heck yeah. Yuri or Yai. Okay, so you can vote. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that. Elamidi is great. Elamidi was here with me, having a little tea party with me last month. I have them both on side by side. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Please let me know what she's up to. I have dinner in front of me, and I'm kind of scared to eat and like do disgusting, nasty, like chewing ASMR on stream. I just put a potato in my mouth. I feel like I watched a couple of VTubers that eat on stream. I don't know how. Because I feel like mouth smacking noises are so gross to me. And also just like I'm so nervous when I'm, or not nervous, I feel like I'm really, really excited when I'm talking. I feel like I barely have time to like get a sip of water. I don't know how people multitask on stream. It's crazy. Technically, the Planetary Systems Democratic Alliance came up with the name a couple cycles ago, but I think they used the naming conventions of your Earth stars / constellations for inspiration. Interesting. Are there specific cultures that were the inspiration? Give us the ASMR. Let me see. I changed my mic settings. That's my smack in. I can also go. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, sorry, I got carried away. Fizzicado. Mike sounds great. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Nilbog. Okay, you guys are gonna have to help me. How do I do shout outs? Is it SO? Oh my gosh. Nilbog helped me and sent me an amazing tutorial. And so my not crunchy, disgusting mic is thanks to Nilbog. So thank you so much. I really appreciated that. I was following a tutorial before, and I think all the information he gave me was just straight up wrong. It was wrong. I don't know what he was thinking. And I also didn't set up my noise compression properly. It was just like disgusting. I'd get my VOD and like it sounds fine if I'm just like testing it on my own because I'm not that excited. Like if I'm at home, I'm just going meow 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 test and that sounds fine. But when I'm actually streaming, I get so excited that I'm just like screaming into my mic and it was just getting crunched. But thankfully, I think it sounds better now. I think actually what would help out more is if I had like sound dampeners in my room because I am in a room with hardwood floors. And it's already like a little echoey just on its own. And so I think that the mic picks up on that. I don't know. I feel like my cats are also like screaming and there's so many things to noise suppress. But anyways, I missed some messages. Ellie is doing well. She and two friends are sitting in a park, hanging out, being goofy. Oh my gosh. Slay. Love that for her. I was thinking of going to the Pride Parade tomorrow, but the thought of Toronto crowds and the heat is making me think maybe I could just go see the new RuPaul movie. Oh, you guys want to... It's not set up yet, but I felt like for everyone's enjoyment, I think sometimes I deserve it. Heck yeah. I want some rocks! Throw some rocks at me! Some rugs can help? Okay, I should look into rugs. I was also like, okay, worst case scenario, if I'm being super scuffed, I could literally just throw some blankets on the floor. Cats are a very screamy species, especially mine. It aired at Inside Out. I volunteered and saw Jujubee. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, my cats, one of them they have very specific meows, which I know nobody cares about, but you know what? You guys are on my stream, so you're going to listen to my stupid cat facts. Oh, thank you for that clap. One of my cats, he sounds like he's speaking English. When he talks, he goes like, hello, hello, hello. And it's so sad and so like unsettling and off-putting. The first time he did it, he got like a little mousy cat toy. He grabbed it and it was like 2 a.m. He grabbed it and he dragged it into our room. And then he's like, oh, oh. And it was so scary. I thought there was like a little demon child in my room. And it sounds like he's in pain. He just does that. Like he wants attention all the time. Is my cat Scooby-Doo? Seems like it. If he went like ruh-roh, I don't know. Sometimes I'll, if he's staring at me, he looks a little too human. So I'll be like, blink twice if you're actually a human trapped in a cat body. It's okay. I'll try and save you. You can tell me. I'm not going to out you to the cat police. And my other cat, she kind of just like grumbles a lot. And she's very whiny. And so it's just funny because animals have such huge personalities. I didn't really have like a lot of animals growing up. I had a rabbit that was really, he got neutered and then like all the life just like drained out of his eyes. It was so sad. They're silly goobers. Yes, they are. A little throw for the kitties. Yeah, so I didn't like really grow up with animals. Just the one rabbit who was like not doing too hot and didn't really do anything besides eat the wires behind my computer, which was a really fun problem to have. And so when I got cats, like, actually, I wasn't even planning on getting a cat. What happened was I had half a day off, and silly me thought, I'm just gonna go to the Humane Society and say hi to the cats. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say hi. And guess what happened? I walked out of there with a cat in a box and brought it home to my apartment, which had no litter box, no cat trees, no nothing. I was just like, you're coming with me. This is mine now. And I was like holding the cat in, like, it was in like a cardboard box carrier. And I took the TTC. I was on the subway with my cat in a box. And it was just like, this poor cat was just meowing like bloody murder because he was so scared. And then some child came up to me and was like, there's a cat in that box. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Do you think I'm just carrying this box, not realizing that there's a cat inside? And then my partner got called a slur. Just like on public transit. I don't know why. Like to this day, I'm still like, I don't know why that happened. Why did somebody like come up to us and just like call us a slur on the escalator and then walk away? It was such a crazy, weird day. That happened to an uncle of mine. Interesting. I made plans to see a friend tomorrow, so no pride parades for me. Well, you know what? Pride is something in our hearts. So I hope you have fun with your friend. I always have to work Pride weekend, so I always miss it. Oh, that's too bad. I feel like it's just hard to, I don't know. It's exhausting. And so I really feel like I need to have the energy for it to really like commit to it. And also like last time I went, they were handing out alcohol and like alcohol plus the heat, and it smelled like sewage. It was so nasty. I was like screaming my lungs out, so I still had a good time. But yeah. Strange human, where are you taking me? Exactly. NPC behavior, genuinely, it was crazy. Some people throw slurs for the love of the game. Agreed. They do have very kickable shins and breakable teeth. Is FIFA also happening downtown as well? Extra crowded. Is FIFA over? I actually don't know anything about sports. Me and my friend went downtown to the stadium where I think FIFA was happening, and we didn't realize that like not all the games are in Toronto. We know nothing about soccer. And so it was a surprise to us that there were FIFA games in other cities. Like I think there's also some in Vancouver and New York and a couple other places. It wasn't really that crowded though. I thought it would be worse, but it was totally fine. I'm just gonna take a sippy sip. Yeah, I hear you on that, Kyrian. Um, it just gets like crazy and nasty a little bit. Like just drunk people being slobs and like throwing up. It's just weird. Like I want to go to the Pride Parade, but I feel like the fact that it turns into like an out of control party is kind of what throws me off. I still have a bunch of stuff from the last Pride Parade. I got handed a coupon for a nudist collective. Not sure how you cash that out, but I have it in my possession. So who knows if maybe I'll use it. Who knows? Who's to say? Who is to say? I know that my manager at my last job got like stopped on the street by a nudist who was like, "Hey, sweetheart, how are ya?" And she just kept walking because she was just like, I can't deal with this right now. I need to go to work. It's like New Year's Eve in New York. Yeah. I don't know if people are wearing diapers at the Pride Parade because I feel like there's so many restaurants and stuff nearby, but it gets a little crazy. The New Year's Eve in New York, though, like that actually seems like my version of hell. I don't know if I could ever do that. It just seems like so unpleasant to... Okay, maybe this is my social anxiety coming out. I don't want to be in crowds that long. And the fact that, like, you can't really go to the bathroom because you lose your spot is crazy to me. Last time I went to Pride was in San Francisco. And if you've ever been to San Francisco, you know it smells like piss everywhere. A couple old nudists, but otherwise it was cool. Ooh. Go piss, girl! Nudists seem interesting. Just to play ring toss with them? That's crazy. Okay, sorry guys, burp coming. Wow, that was so weak. I thought that was going to be bigger than it was. That was like a 0 out of 10. That was a really bad burp. Like, it's cool that they're so comfy with themselves, but they don't seem like the most consensual people, i.e. they really like to convert people whether they like it or not. I'm wondering if, like, is this a matter of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, bias? Because I feel like if somebody is a consenting nudist who cares about that stuff, you wouldn't know about them. Because how do you know if somebody's a nudist unless they're in front of you being nude, right? Like, is this just a case of, like, the quote-unquote, like, bad nudists are the only ones that you ever actually meet in public? That's what I want to know. Like, where do they congregate? Where are the nudists now? Can someone, like, take one for the team and go find out? You know what? That's a valid point. You never know. Maybe I'm a nudist. Maybe I'm a nudist. I ain't going. Okay, so not Finley, but somebody else go find the nudist. Bear Oaks. A way I've heard it is that the most vocal nudists are not the people most people normally want to see naked. I'm not sure what to make of that. Because, I mean, it's not about how you look, right? Like, isn't it about being free? I always wonder, okay, are you guys ever insane like me? And when you go in the pool, you think about, like, the water is touching me everywhere. The water is touching, like, my butt. And so that means that the water is touching someone else's butt. And then it's just, like, floating around and it's touching my face also. I know that there's chemicals in the water and stuff, but that's where my brain goes. The air do be touching everyone's butt. And sometimes the air comes out of people's butts. Air is just recycled for... I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. I know that my cousin used to get really mad if you put your feet too close to his head. If he was, like, sitting on the couch or something, he'd be like, her feet are in my air. And I'd be like, oh my gosh. So what? Not, if they're stinky, that's one thing. But just having feet, like, in the proximity of your face air is a little bit crazy. New phobias in chat. On the 7th day, God ripped ass. The germs are everywhere. I think that COVID has really, like, changed my perception of this because now, all right, like, I was just at an en route. Like, I don't know if they have those in other countries or even outside of Ontario. It's just like a little pit stop on the side of the highway. But they changed it so they all have, like, kiosks now. And so regardless of which restaurant you order at, like, they've got, like, Tim Hortons and Burger King, like Popeyes. Regardless of which restaurant, you go to the same little, like, touchscreen kiosk to order. And I had just gone to the bathroom and washed my hands. And so I came out and I was doing my order. And then I was like, everyone's been touching these screens. And then I touch the screen. And then I'm going to touch my food. And then it's going to be all gross because I don't trust other people to wash their hands. Like, there's probably E. coli on this screen. And I didn't have my hand sanitizer with me. Very normal thoughts I was having, but just, like, so gross. I don't know how I did anything. Like, how was I okay with just germs everywhere before this? Like, in high school, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll take the bus and touch the, like, handlebars and everything, and then I'll go home and eat chips with my hands that have been touching all those things without washing them. So gross. TBH, I'm planning to go to Ripley's Aquarium next week, and my first thought was, I want to mask up. I feel that. I'm still like, even if there's no COVID, there still is COVID, but even if there was, and even if there are no germs, I don't want to breathe everyone's nasty armpit air. People are gross. There's most definitely poop smears on that screen. If it makes you feel better, they probably have the employees sanitize the screens every now and again. I don't know if that makes me feel better because I know people do not do their jobs. I can ride my bike with no animal. Not getting sick for a 14-hour flight would be great. Yeah, okay, I definitely still mask up on the plane. Like, I went to Punta Cana in March, and I wore an N95 on the plane because I was like, you guys are coughing. I don't care if it's COVID or not. I don't want to breathe your stinky air. And guess who didn't get sick? And guess who was with me that did get sick that did not mask? So, but planes in general, I feel like are not cleaned super well. Yeah, exactly. It only gets cleaned when it's bad. Um, yeah, I feel like I have some horror stories from working retail. I remember I used to work at like one of those chain clothing stores for like teenage girls. Um Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Fast food, it's really hard to get away with not doing your job. Yeah, I feel that. What music is playing in the back? Ooh, it's Speakers by X Kylar. I just found it on my Discovery Weekly or Discover Weekly. Sorry, I just took a sip. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So I used to work at like one of those retail clothing stores, and it was in a mall. And okay, this mall is really really tiny, and it's a bunch of like random odds and ends. Like it's not like a cool mall where you can spend time there and like go to stores you actually like. This is almost like an indoor plaza of like rug stores and random restaurants. Um and so we had a lot of people who would just hang out there all day. Like they treated it like it was like a community center, which is cool. I love that. I think that malls should be treated that way. But what would end up happening is that people would just come into the store and just like touch everything, and not buy stuff. Not that I care that they're buying stuff, but just what I'm getting at is that they just wanted to come in and touch everything, which is not good if you are trying to sell those things for money because they get dirty. And so I was hanging up a bunch of slippers, like fuzzy slippers on a wall. And this woman came up to me and she was like, "Oh, can I see that?" And I was like, "The one that I'm holding?" She's like, "Yeah." And so I handed it to her and she just kind of turned it around in her hands. She handed it back to me and I felt something like wet on it. And as she was walking away, I turned the slippers over and there was like gray slime on the slippers. So gross. I don't even have a toggle. Okay, here, I'll use my crying one. It's so gross. What on earth could have possibly been on her hands that she left gray slime on like really thick fuzzy slippers? It was so gross. There are other times too where it'd be like, oh my God, people would try on clothes and their BO and their sweat was so intense that it was like the clothing was wet with their stinky sweat, first of all. And then all of the BO stench would just cling to the clothes. And so it's like it's unsellable. And so the worst one was it was damp from their sweat. It stunk. And then I put it inside a plastic bag and like tied a knot. And I could smell it through the plastic bag, through like it was in like a little cabinet. So it was inside a plastic bag, inside a box, inside a cupboard, and I could still smell it from a couple feet away. Like that's how bad that was. We just had to straight up like throw it in the trash outside of the store because it was just so gross. I don't know how you would physically get to that point. I mean, like, I don't want to judge people, but also it's concerning. How is the BO this bad? But anyways, sorry, I feel like today's stream is just getting like really gross. I did not mean for it to get that gross. Anyways. Oh God, not the fuzzy slippers. Yep. I think I missed a message here. My nightmare of being on a plane is that one dude who made the stewardess clean his poop and the whole plane had to evacuate because of the smell. Oh, I think I heard about that. New toggle fizzy, vomit up sparkles. I would love that. What I want is I kind of want like the chowder effect where it's like, even though I move, then like there's some glitter that is in the background. I don't know if that makes sense. Don't know if I can say my guess on this chat, so I'll refrain. LOL. I had a lady once with really yellow soles. Soles? Oh, at 8 a.m., rub her dirty feet all over our display pillows? That's crazy. We had to ask her repeatedly to put her. Oh, I don't like where this is going. And when we stepped away, she'd immediately take them off again like a toddler. Hi, Ash. Hello. Welcome on in. Welcome. We were just having the most cursed, disgusting conversation I think I've ever had on stream. We're having fun here. Don't worry. She binge. Inquiring minds would like to know if you are a troll. I said you're a gremlin. I do think I'm trolls coded. I would say gremlin. I was thinking of calling myself a goblin, but I don't know if that accurately describes me. I feel like I'm goblin adjacent, perhaps. The rumor come out, does Fizzberry is troll? Perhaps, but not in the sense of like the DreamWorks movie. We're rancid little goopers. Yes, not rancid enough to be a goblin. Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm just a goblin who showers. I'm from a different galaxy. Humans are just gross. Oh, Ash, I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you something that I've been working on. I didn't get it working for chat, unfortunately. I ran out of time, but it works for me. So I can do it. No one else can do it to me yet. Are you ready? I want people to throw rocks at me. Also, Ash will appreciate this. I want to have a stinky baby jail redeem so that if I'm being extra bad, then like a cage falls down from the sky. So I'm in jail for like 20 seconds or something. My dad did like his dad tuber. I'm very happy to report. I think he realized that he actually doesn't have a computer to run it on. But that's a problem for another time. The drippery ears and the tail make me think of the trolls of Western European myth. Just, yeah, bathed in pink. Yeah, like, I feel like Fizzy is kind of, like, she'll pick her nose, but she's not going to be, like, I don't know. Not going to be, like, actually stinky gross. Stinky baby jail! Oh my gosh. Stink Lines and Flies goes hard. I really like that idea. But he's still got the VTuber rig. Yes, he has a VTuber rig, and I also made like an OBS setup for him. Actually, I could preview it on this stream. It's pretty cool. Like, I just got it off of Etsy, but it looks like an old CRT TV. Be like that one image of the stinky baby jail, and everyone's playing Monopoly and rubbing on themselves. That's crazy. All right, are you guys ready to see the dad tuber setup? It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. I got it off of Etsy, and as I was testing it, I was like, oh, maybe should be for me instead. Maybe should be for me. All right, let's take a look. Let's go on an adventure together. Sorry, I was talking. I realized that I don't think I have the mic input, so I don't think you guys could hear me talking. So I might be silent. Just while I show it. Okay, you might just not be able to hear me for a couple seconds while I switch to the other OBS. Yeah, so I was saying like the technical difficulties is one of the screens that are included. Okay, I'll show you guys and then I'll explain it after. You just won't be able to hear me while I check out the different scenes. Yeah. So it's like a CRTV and it's a camcorder. So you can play games on the CRT TV, or you can put yourself in the TV, or you can have yourself in the camcorder. And you can even use that for like, if you wanted to stream with your actual face, you could have yourself on the camcorder or something, which I think is really fun. If I touch the screen, will I get zapped? Maybe. And if you put your face close to the screen, then it'll kind of tickle. Like Poltergeist. Yep. But I think it's a super cute setup. So the technical difficulties is one of the scenes. And then there's also like a starting soon screen and stuff. I'll show you guys that one real quick as well, but you won't be able to hear me while I go there. Thank you. I think they look great too. They were bought in a stream pack just on Etsy. I did not make it in 3D. It was part of like a Father's Day present. And so I made the PNG tuber, and then I just found like a stream setup that I thought he would like, and I bought it and I set it up in OBS. And then I exported it for him so that he'd be able to use it at home. Yeah, those are from my dada. I know. I was so low on time for that. Like I was crunching for work, and I still have commissions I need to finish, and I was doing some work for another VTuber, and I had to clean my house, and I had to work out, and I had to do this. I'm actually running behind on like several appointments. Like I have delayed dentist appointments for like a month, as well as like my annual checkup and blood tests, because I've just been like doing crazy overtime, and it's just not been fun. So next week I have like all the appointments I've been putting off. Fizzy, chill. Fizzy, I'll be away for like 2 weeks. There's literally no rush. No, but I mean, I don't like somebody giving me money and then I'm not following through on my side. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the commissions are like 85% done. I feel like if it was just like some rando on the internet, like I feel like I would be okay with where they're at. But because it's for my friends, then I'm like, no, I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job. Like, not that I would not do a good job for a random stranger, but I'm just saying like there's a little bit of pressure because I'm like, they're my friends. I don't want to disappoint them. No, I'm ripping no one off. Also, oh my gosh, we've already been yapping for like an hour almost. I was intending to yap in Sarsaparilla Springs for maybe like half an hour. Okay, but I care. It's about my integrity as an artist. It's about me putting my best foot forward, you know? Yeah, we're fizzing out with friends. Actually, can I do this? No, I don't think I have it enabled. I want to have like a redeem so that like if somebody raids or something, then there's like a full screen of bubbles. I don't think I have it set up here, but I can do the bubble blast. I think this would be a really fun chat redeem to have. Like you can just spray me with bubbles whenever. If this is to transition into that Trolls game, you can talk about having integrity. That's so fair. Pew, pew, pew. I feel like I need to clip this out every few minutes just because it's so good. Are you an affiliate yet? Yes, I am an affiliate. Yay! I hit affiliate. I think it's been about 3 weeks as an affiliate. I was really surprised though because affiliate is only 25 followers, and then I hit 53. Or I don't know how many I'm at right now, but basically like doubled my Twitch following and my Instagram following. Like it took me like a month to get to the first milestone, and then it took 58. Really? Thank you. But yeah, just the traction is really picking up, and so I'm happy about that. And also for any other like PNG tubers, Oh, okay, 53. I was gonna say 58. That's a lot higher than what I remember. Oh, I was gonna say if you wanna do some, what's it called? If you wanna do some PNG tubing and you do want to like grow your audience and you're into making reels, put your your Twitch handle, put a little watermark of your, like the Twitch logo and your Twitch username into your reels. Elamidi gave me that hot tip. And she was saying that like she gets really good traction on Instagram, but it doesn't always like translate over into Twitch people. Like it's kind of hard to get audiences to move between different apps. And she started putting like the Twitch watermark on her videos. And then that's when she started getting more Twitch follows. I did it on one video, and it already started like picking up steam. And I was like, oh, okay, slay. Turns out strategies do work. Crazy. But yeah, thank you for the kind words. I honestly, genuinely, when I started this PNG tubing stuff, I had zero expectations. I was like, I'll probably get 5 followers and 2 of them are probably going to be my parents. And I'm going to be happy with that because I'm just doing this for shits and giggles. Like, I'm not really taking this too seriously, but it started getting traction pretty much immediately. And so I've been really surprised because I'm like, wait, you guys like this stuff? That's a little crazy. So it's just been like, I guess, encouraging because I think a lot of the time, like as an artist, you're very hard on yourself. And so when I look at this, I really see like all the things that like I envision in my head, but I'm not doing. And so it's been like, I guess, a humbling experience to be like, wait, literally, I'm the meanest one to myself here. Nobody else is doing this to me. Like, why am I thinking this way? But anyways, it's been really fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing my little song and dance on the internet. But yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Capable boss, bitch. Girl boss, bitch. We all need to stop being mean to ourselves. Amen. Amen. I also think perhaps it is time to transition to gamey time. Oh, I don't think I ever set the stream information properly. Okay, I'm not playing the Trolls Remix Rescue. I think I'm gonna play Raccoin. Let me update my my Twitchy stream info. Raccoin, yay, gambling! I completely forgot this was a part of Twitch. All right, I'm going to peace and do makeup with boyfriend. Oh, have so much fun! Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Bye, bye, bye. I think it should be set properly now. Yes, Raccoin, yay, gambling. All right, I've actually never played this game before, so I'm pretty excited. I saw it online and I was like, okay, this is so perfect. Cause I love gambling too. Not with actual money. Alrighty, righty. Oops. Okay, it's on the wrong screen. Oh my. There's so much going on my screen right now. Okay, I think we gotta change overlays. Whoa, my tummy just went crazy. All right, and then okay, I gotta turn off Spotify. Ah, dang it. I can't stop winning. Let's go gambling. Okay. I'm a professional, guys. I can do this. Raccoin. Okay. Holy, my tummy's going crazy. I hope it's not picking up on the mic. All right. Is there music for this? You guys are gonna have to tell me if you can hear music from this. I think I can see it. Didn't hear a thing? Can you hear it now? Is it just quiet? Can you hear like a little bit tune? It's very quiet. Okay. It's not super loud on my end. Oh, you didn't hear a thing in regards to my tummy. Okay, good. It's very quiet. Okay, okay, perfect. Alrighty then, alrighty. I'm feeling like this girl might need a tinkle break. And maybe some time to chow down a little bit. So maybe... I feel like it's early to take a 5-minute break though. Okay. I think I'm gonna stick around. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just dropped a ton of stuff off my desk. Oopsie. That's a problem for later. Okay, so I think I'm gonna delay Tinkle Break for a little bit and at least get a little bit of playtime first. Set the pixel size to your preferred level. This can be changed later in the graphics settings. Also, have you guys heard of this game? It's super cute. You guys will see in a second. It's like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese and they have those coin pushing games. It's like that, except you can actually win. IRL scuff. Yeah, exactly. I have several Fresca cans on my desk. As well as some like drinkable yogurt containers. I've been working like crazy, trying to get stuff done. So, sometimes my personal life takes a back seat when I'm trying to do stuff. Oh, I hated those games. I used to waste my coins on the claw machine. Yeah, okay, I hated them too because I could never win. But this game to me is perfect because finally I can fulfill my childhood dream of hitting the jackpot. I just muted myself to fart. Sorry, guys. Oh. Oh. That's cool. I've never seen this kind of setting on a game before. I'm guessing this is like a post-process effect. I feel like that one kind of hurts my eyes. Oh, we hear your... So we can hear your burps, but not your breath. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I feel like a rainbow toot emote for Fizzy would be appropriate. I do want some fart jokes. I feel like it makes its way into a lot of my reels. But guys, I'm shy. No one can hear my actual farts. I feel like it's not funny when it's an actual fart. It's just the sound. A leather chair. A leather chair and some like spandex shorts. Ooh, it's so cute. Also, I feel like raccoons are very appropriate for a Toronto girly. Gotta represent. I see so many raccoons downtown. Okay, I'm chewing. Sorry, guys. Beyblade, let her rip! Okay, have you seen those Russian raccoon videos? Because I like those. Why is it always a Russian man with a raccoon? Cardboard, classic. I want the classic. I wish to hang with one, even though I know they would cause mayhem. I feel like that's exactly why I want to hang out with them. Just let them be menaces. That's what they were meant to do. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. These are different game modes? I think I like the Raccoon Quest better. Same reason why there's always a distressed American woman and a bear. Yeah. I feel like the bears smell if you have food or like perfumed lotions or anything in your tent. I used to be a camp counselor. So we were very careful about those things. I also, okay, so when I was growing up in elementary school, my school was in the middle of a cornfield. That's how small of a school it was. There were less than 500 people from kindergarten all the way to grade 8. And so some of them, like some of the grades did not have enough students to actually fill one full classroom. And so we had a lot of like split grade classes. It was not super fun. But we had a couple of incidents where like a mama bear or a raccoon would come right up to the school because we're in the middle of a cornfield. There would be like a mama bear with her cubs trying to come up to the school, and we'd have to like stay inside and lock all the doors and stuff. It was kind of crazy. But that's the kind of redneck environment that I grew up in. I was also like one of the few, like, I hesitate to say like racialized people. I'm half Filipino, and I feel like even as a half Filipino, I'm pretty like white passing, or at least like, I think people typically think I'm a different race than I actually am. I get a lot of like, oh, are you Latino or like Latina? Like people often assume that I'm Latina or mixed with something else. Like I've gotten like half Indian or like quarter black or even like Korean. But my point being, in this like super white redneck school in the middle of nowhere, that was a big deal. And I wasn't used to having my race be any kind of deal at all until I moved out to the middle of nowhere and then realized like, oh, so race actually does matter? That's crazy! And so, like, I think my classmates were kind of racist, unfortunately. Definitely got comments. Like, there was this one kid who would, like, pull back his eyes and be like, hey, Chinese lady. I'm like, I'm not even Chinese! Completely missing the point. It's all good. I think I just was confused at the time. I don't think that I understood what was happening necessarily, but I just remember feeling like, this is a new experience. I didn't experience this back in Toronto. My favorite one is the video where the woman is cry screaming at the bear. Bear, stop! If you're gonna be racist correctly. Exactly. I'd just be like, that's not even my race, bro. You got it wrong. You can't even point out where the Philippines is on the world map. Actually, my 4th grade teacher could not point out the Philippines on a world map, which is crazy. Up your game. Come on, hit me. Hit me. You're so white. Actually, I'm pretty sure he was not just white, but French Canadian white. Anyways. Oh my goodness, I'm still yapping. I'm not even playing the game yet. Okay. Okay, now the music's a bit too loud. Are there settings? Oh. Is it gonna push? Oh! Oh my god! This is so exciting! Okay. I'm actually not sure what the rules of the game are though. I feel like I didn't get much of an explanation. Oh my god. I'm really into this. Okay, so I wonder what the strats are. Like, is there a way for me to launch from the middle? Robin the raccoon is too cute a name, but it fits this friendly fella. Yeah, I thought robins were red. There was lore, you missed the lore. I saw like a little bit back there, but I feel like they didn't explain enough. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's a bunch of cool coins on this side, so I think I have to aim there. Actually, I feel like I could be more strategic with the coin placement here. If I'm like only shooting directly into that corner instead of like spreading it. Mama likey. Oh, I'm dealing damage when I shoot the coins. Right? How is it? How do I know when it's putting stuff in the middle? Or, oh, is that from the bird? Like when the bird attacks me, it comes from the middle. Okay. I feel like maybe I set the pixel size a little too high because I feel like I'm kind of having trouble seeing it. Like it feels like it's kind of burning my eyes a bit. This is super cute. Ah, I love when the coins fall. See, okay, if Chuck E. Cheese was like this, I'd be broke. Actually, there is a Chuck E. Cheese pretty close to me, and sometimes I'll peek in the windows, but I want to go in, but I don't have any kids. I need to kidnap someone's child so that I can go to Chuck E. Cheese. And they don't get the tokens, but I get the tokens. I think that's only fair, to be honest. But also, they got rid of the ball pit, and they got rid of a lot of the like play place stuff. And so I feel like Chuck E. Cheese has just become the like spend money emporium, which I know it always was, but it feels so cheap to only have like paid games. Like, come on, man. I feel like if there was an entrance fee of just like a couple bucks and then a bunch of token arcade games, I feel like that would be fair. Because it's like, you don't have to do the token machines and you will still have a good time and they're still able to make a couple bucks off of you coming there and not doing it like completely free for just like random strangers. But come on, like just the paid stuff is super cheap in my opinion. And cheap as in like not good, as in like they are being cheapskates. Ooh, what is this? I get nothing! Oh, I defeated him. Okay. Oh, sick. Ooh. Oh, mama likes this. Oh, mama likes that. It has always been a child. Oh. Oh, how do I get in the middle? I want that coin tower so bad, it kind of hurts. Just had a power outage. Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder if it's like all the air conditioners and stuff are running and causing power. Okay, how do I get it in the middle? Oh, I like the coins clinking. Oh my gosh. If they had like games like this at actual casinos, I think I'd be a gambling addict. Do they have this kind of stuff at real casinos? I don't actually know. I've never gambled with real money. Anyway, sorry. I meant to say, like, I do think Chuck E. Cheese has always been a child's casino, but they were at least less obvious about... Oh, coin tower, please fall. They were less obvious about it in the past, perhaps. No, they definitely don't. Shifty eyes. No, just standard casino games. If they had, like, hungry hippos at the casino, that might be a problem for me. I don't know if you guys have ever been to, like, Palladium or, like, the Dave & Buster's, where they have, like, they still have Flappy Bird, but it's only at the casino. Wait, not the casino. They only have it at Dave & Buster's now. And so if I want to play Flappy Bird, I have to pay real money and go all the way to a Dave & Buster's to play Flappy Bird. And I still get rage baited. It's still just as bad as it was back in like 2013 or whatever. But oh my God. The coin tower. Oh my Lord. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Guys, this is, ooh, oh mama. Oh mama, oh mama, please, 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 please. I think this is the most exciting thing that's happened to me all weekend. Palladium used to be so good, then they stopped trying. Want to check out Dave & Buster's though, been a minute. Only one I've been to recently is the Rec Room. Okay, that's interesting because in my opinion, actually the Palladium that I go to is better than Dave & Buster's and better than the Rec Room. Like, I don't know if it's like how they're managed, that some of them are managed well and some of them aren't. Oh my gosh, is it gonna happen? But the one that's close to me is managed very well. Like, I'm very happy with the selection of games and with the pricing. Ah, that's too bad. Is the coin tower? I almost said the toin cower. Please, 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 please. It's gotta happen soon, right? Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, so I don't have unlimited. Oh, that was so good. That was amazing. That's never happened to me before. That just healed something in me, I think. I've never had that happen. If that happened in real life, I think I'd shit myself. So, I mean, maybe it's a good thing that it hasn't happened in real life. But, like, I'd be shitting myself in excitement. Did you guys see that? That was so good. I'm not really understanding what's Oh, I died? Who just died? Did I die? Robin fainted. Okay, but my health is at like 0. So what does that mean? I feel like if I paid a little bit more attention, that would be helpful, but hey, don't shoot the coins at me, young man. I'm dead. I revive after I score, I think. Like, I feel like it would take me out and send me to a different screen if I was actually done the game, right? Maybe I need some of those heart coins. Like, maybe that's how I get healed? Okay, I just need 2 more coins. Okay. Is Robin the name of the raccoon? Oh, I see. I like this music too. Kind of funky. It's a little bit evil. Robin raccoon. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, why is the bird called Robin when it's clearly a crow? Clearly. Did they not do their bird watching? I say that as if I know any birds besides like blue jay, seagull. I know robins. I know chickadees. I know chickens and turkey. Okay, maybe now is not the time to list out like every single bird that I know, but I'm just saying like birds in the wild. I feel like I don't know that many, but I know the main wildlife in this neck of Ontario. I know the Siamese fireback for a very specific reason. Interesting. Do you know what the reason is? Like, is there a story behind that? Because, okay, I think I know the blue jay because of the Toronto Blue Jays. And I know chickadees because there is a park with like, ooh, I would love to hear the story then, Quasi. There's a park with like very tame birds, but the most tame ones are chickadees. And so they will come up and eat right off of your hand because they're so friendly. And so if you can bring like sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, little breadcrumbs, then they'll come over and fly into your palm. You get to feel like a Disney princess. It's so cute. Animals are so lovely. I saw like a dead cat on my drive on Thursday. It was so sad, like roadkill, but it wasn't near anyone's house. And so I was confused like how it got there because it was in like an industrial area in the middle of nowhere. So sage grouse. Isn't there one called, oh, Sam taught you, interesting. Isn't there one like a double-breasted tit or something? Like that's a bird, right? Which is a very funny name for a very normal looking bird. A running gag on the Dropout channel is that one of the main performers knows a lot about birds and also hates to lose. So the other comedians like to force him into situations where he doesn't know birds and thus loses one. Oh, I'd rage quit. I'd be so mad. Blue-footed booby. Quasi gets it. That's very funny. That is very, very funny. Gives me a little chuckle. I'm straight up not really paying attention to this game. If there's no tower, what's the point? Okay, maybe the point is getting rid of the other coins. Brennan makes a career out of intentionally rage baiting himself for the bit, and we're better off for it. I feel that. I feel rage baiting is a large part of my life story. Rage baiting others or being rage baited. There's just so much to be angry about. And I say that not as somebody who wants to stay angry or like be a negative person. It's just, there's a lot that's like, I don't know where I'm going with this. What I'm getting at is sometimes it is funny. And so it's okay. If it makes you a little angry, but you get to get a little giggle out of it, it's okay. It's all good. Okay, I won! What do I get? Oh, my coin tower. Oh, okay. So I feel like what I'm getting from this game is I have to like strategically shoot the coins to defeat the enemy, and he shoots coins that can he can shoot coins that affect me negatively. And when I do defeat him, then I get a chance to get a coin tower. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, there's a line between doing it to be a jerk and having a laugh. Yeah, like it's just harmless little fun. And also, even if it actually is something that makes you mad, like sometimes it's fun to like play it up and let it out, and then you're not angry about it anymore, you know? I am addicted to sending voice notes to my best friends. And so like if there's something crazy happening at work or whatever, then I'm excited to open up my phone and be like, oh, it's podcast time. They're about to get the funniest version of this story imaginable, where I get to do all the dramatic pauses that I want. And it'll be great, and they'll laugh and they'll react to it with little emojis, and everyone will clap. Oh yes, we love fizzy podcast notes. And I love sending them. What's so funny is that I used to cringe a lot at my own voice. And so I was kind of thinking like, oh, I don't know if I could be a VTuber or I could have any kind of online presence because I'd just be too embarrassed about my own voice. But sending podcasts, I say that as in little voice notes. Oh mama, oh mama, oh Lord, oh Lord. Lord, he coming! Yeah, sending these podcasts and then realizing like, wait a minute, this is actually really entertaining to like listen to myself back. Not in a narcissistic way, but just in like, wait a minute, this is actually pretty fun to listen to. I feel like that was the tipping point for me as far as like, wait, maybe I could do this whole social media little thing. That is a big tower. I feel like I'm not ready for this. All right. Grab yourselves by your butts. I feel like it's gonna happen soon. I think I just need to really strategically, like when it's coming back up, send a bunch into the middle. Yeah, like that. I think. Will it push it off? I feel like I gotta time this a little better. It's gonna, yeah, I feel like my timing's a little bit off. Ooh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh no, it's getting me, so I gotta do something. This snake is not getting, oh, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me! Okay, that was good timing. I think yeah, I gotta get it more in the middle. Oh, okay. Ew. KO. My tummy's grumbling again. I'm pretty sure I have IBS. And for the longest time, I thought I was lactose intolerant, and somehow I gaslit myself out of it, and my tummy's actually been pretty good. Until I had a bunch of pizza last night, and I realized that maybe testing myself with a bunch of slices of cheese pizza is maybe not the smartest idea. And so I feel like today oh, thank you. I think I missed a follow. Thank you so much for the follow, Fiyoko VT. Welcome on in. I'm not sure if they're in chat, but thank you. Welcome on in. Is this official lore? This is I suppose so. I suppose so. The lore is that Fizzy/Izzy does indeed have tummy problems, which is probably why she's always farting. Fizzy be farting. Fizzy be gassy. She's a gassy gal. Is IBS canon to the Fizzyverse? Unfortunately, yes. Hi, didn't mean to interrupt your pieces. No, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm always surprised when people find their way into my chat, so I'm very happy to see a newcomer. But yeah, I think that was pretty much my whole pizza story, which is just that I ate pizza and pizza hurt tummy, and so now my tummy is grumbling, and I'm really hoping that my mic doesn't pick it up. Okay, this tower's gotta go soon. It's not to be disgusting, but I feel like no, I shan't say it. I shan't say it. There's a chance my parents might be watching my stream. Blocked the attack. I get tummy problems too. Yeah, my tummy problems were like uncontrollable at one point. I do think it has a lot to do with my anxiety levels as well. Like if I get scared I'm gonna shit myself, then my tummy is like, real funny story. Send it to us privately so we can know the unhinged thing. Ooh. Oh man. I didn't know I could do that. I can go from both sides. Guys, I'm gonna get this tower. Okay, but this snake is trying me. It's sending all the coins. Guys, it's gonna come soon, isn't it? Meow. Okay, mama. I'm ready for ya. I love me a big woman. My little brother and I were playing Quiplash. And the Quiplash question was like an unhinged, like, okay, like, you know, in interviews when they're like, what's your biggest weakness? He wrote down like big girls, and I was losing my mind. That's me right now. This is a big mama. You guys can make unhinged jokes. It's okay if you make unhinged jokes, and I'll laugh at it. It's just that I'm being a little conscious of what I say. But if you guys want to be unhinged, then please, by all means. Okay, when is this tower gonna... I feel like I've been shooting coins into the middle forever. It's gotta be soon, right? Also, my little cousin is very chronically online, and for Christmas we were like, we were opening our gifts. He's like 8 or 9 years old. And he was like, you guys are edging me, bro. You don't know what that means. We're opening presents. He doesn't know what edging means. He thought that it just meant like he feels anticipation. But we were opening Christmas presents and I had no idea how to respond to that. I was like, can you please stop saying that word? Busy trying to knock down the towers. Okay, just one tower. I can have one tower as a treat. Okay, I got KO'd like twice before this tower fell. You were gonna make an edging joke? It was in good taste. I do feel like that's what's happening right now. The tower's staying up so long, a few more hours and it'll be a problem. It's gotta happen soon, right? It's gotta happen soon. Do I just need... Okay, I have a limited number of coins. So I feel like I'm kind of getting down to my last dozen. I can't keep this up too much longer. That must be how I actually die, is if I run out of coins, probably. It starts with one thing. You don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. You guys... Were you guys Linkin Park pilled when you were younger? I literally don't know how the game works, and I'm okay with that. Me too! I feel like I'm just having a good time. I don't think I'm very good at most games, to be honest. I think I'm actually quite good at Mario Kart, because it's pretty rare that I ever lose. I feel like if I ever did it online, then that would not be the case. But when I play Mario Kart against my friends, and I have my like smartwatch on, I can see my stress levels peak at 100%. Like my heart rate goes crazy, but I win. So it's okay. Oh no, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die in this house. Do you guys know that song? I feel like I butchered that. Charlie XCX song. I used to listen to LP while playing GBA. That's great. Linkin Park. Okay, I don't know when this happened. In my brain, they became LinkedIn Park. Just because I'm on LinkedIn all the time. And I didn't even catch that I was saying that until I was like talking to my coworker and I was like, wait a minute, that's not what they're called. They're not LinkedIn Park. What is this cursed crap? When is this tower gonna fall? I feel like those are good karaoke songs. I like From the Inside, but that he goes like screamo mode and I can't do that. I did make an Instagram reel with a, oh my god, I don't even know the song. I'm a poser, guys. Sorry, it was a funny meme on TikTok. It was like, I sit in my desolate room. No lights, no music, just anger. Anyways, you guys get the point. But it's just been like stuck in my head as like a vocal stim all week because of it. It's so good. In my desolate room. The next tea party. Good question. I think I might have one on Tuesday or Thursday. It's Ash Binch, who was in chat earlier, and I are planning to play Sonic, whatever that Sonic game is. I don't know the name of anything, guys. Especially not on stream. It's it's the one that kind of looks like Sonic if it was Fall Guys. No, I don't think, is it Sonic Racing? I don't think it's Sonic Racing. Is it Sonic Racing? Okay, I have it in a Discord message. I checked it out on Steam and it's free. I never got the tower! Max push? Okay, please tell me that the tower is finally gonna... Sonic Rumble, that's it, that's it. Okay, is it gonna happen now, guys? Is it gonna happen? Okay, that was really good. I'm satisfied. That was crazy buildup though. That took forever. It felt like none of the coins I was sending out did anything. Robin defeated Greedy Snake Coin. Snack Coin? Generating... Oh, are these my rewards? Oh, I got a lot of coins. Finally, sweet release. That was a big mama. I feel like it's more effective to kind of go... Ooh. To kind of just stick to one side or something. I feel like doing it in the middle is probably like the worst strat. But I gotta... Or you know what? Maybe I don't need to wait until they pinch because... Okay. Light cigarette? Yeah, exactly. You know what I haven't had in a while is a fun gummy, and I miss it so much. I'm on ADHD meds now on Vyvanse, and so I can't really mess around with other substances. I've been pretty much sober since, when was it? January? Or it was like end of January, early February when I went to Shrek Rave. I went to a Shrek Rave in Toronto and got so violently hungover that I swore off alcohol like for reals. I was like, this cannot happen again. That was horrible. I was like, I woke up. Okay, well, first of all, I was stupid. Okay, it's story time, guys. Shrek Rave was incredible. I said some stuff that maybe would have gotten me canceled, but I don't think it was cancelable. I got drunk and I started talking about how much I like gay men's boobies. And my friend recorded it. Which I think I'm, you know what? I don't think that's cancelable. I'm speaking truth. Also, I like Markiplier. Markiplier boobs. Anyways, guys, you gotta restrain me. You gotta stop me from what's coming out of my mouth right now. Anyways, I'm not even drunk right now, and I'm still like speaking the same nonsense I was spouting before. But anyways, I started out the evening with a mixed drink, And then I was like, let me have one of them espresso martinis. And then I said, wait, hold up. Let me get 2 of those espresso martinis. I was already sauced. And then my friend was like, do you want a Cutwater? Cutwaters are actually evil. Cutwaters are the devil incarnate, I think. They're like, oh, it's only 12%. No, there's something evil going on with them. Diabolically evil. And so anyways, my friend was like, do you want some? Just have a couple sips. And me being like so sauced, like, yeah, that's a great idea. Markiplier do got the milkies. Mr. and Mrs. Bramble aren't here. We'll see about that. We'll see. If I get a text or concerned call after this, I'll have some splaining to do. But you know what? I stand by what I said. So anyways, so I had that evil Cutwater. And by the way, all of this before we even make it to the club. All before we are fam in the club. That was super cringe. You guys know what I'm referencing, right? Anyways, so we get there and they've got like cocktails and shots that are all Shrek themed. And so I'm like, let me get a waffle shot. And then my friend snuck in more Cutwater. And so I had more Cutwater after the waffle shot. And then I was like, what if I had tequila? Just like bad idea after bad idea. And by the way, I'm a super big lightweight and it's really rare I ever go past like even 2 drinks. Like me just drinking socially, it really is like one beer. I had a beer. Another beer. 3 beers. Anyways, really, it's only like 1.5 drinks on average, maybe. And that's not even that often either. It's really only if I'm with people who are also drinking at like the board game cafe I like to go to. I like sour beer. But anyways, yeah, so all that drinking, and not just a lot of drinking, but like mixing various alcohols. And then I had no water. I was straight up not drinking water. Yes, Quasi. Have we been? I don't know if we've been. I'd love to go. I'll message you about that. I went out drinking 2 times and I barfed the second time. And oh yeah, I still haven't barfed from alcohol yet, thankfully. Thank God, because just that hangover being nauseous was enough for me to be like, oh no. Yes, I will DM. But anyways, yeah, so all the alcohol, no water. And then I get back and my friend has a bunch of leftover pasta. So I'm carb maxing after having all of these super sugary drinks, almost no water. And then I crash, like I just fall asleep. And then I wake up the next morning and I felt so disgusting, like headache. My tummy was upset. I felt so dehydrated. And the worst part was that like my friend had no breakfast stuff at her place. So we had to like go transit to get breakfast. And I'm like so nauseous. The only food that she had available, and this is not a ding on her. Like I really should not have drank like that. But the only thing that was there was Ritz crackers and gummy worms. And so I was trying so hard. I was like, I'm so nauseous. I need to eat something. So I was just eating gummy worms. Like imagine being violently hungover, nauseous as hell. And then the only thing to eat are gummy worms. I was ready to crash out. And I tried having like a little Advil or Tylenol. And it touched the back of my throat. And like I saw the, what is it? The light of hell, perhaps. And then I had to take the subway after all of that. And so the subway is like heaving. My friends are not hungover, or at least one of them was definitely not hungover at all because she lives that sober lifestyle, which seemed really, really smart when I was like just feeling so awful. But the subway was the worst of it. We got to like a cafe and the waitress came up to us and was like, how are you guys doing? And immediately I was like, I'm so awful right now. I'm doing so bad. I'm doing so bad. And she was like, can I get coffee for you? And I was like, please, I need a mochaccino. Can you make it extra big, please? Please, please, please. And then I felt like in that moment, I could feel myself regaining health points from that coffee. It healed me. And then I had some other food and I felt like way better, but oh my gosh, no. I was never a big drinker, and so that was my first time ever just being like, this is horrible. Alcohol is poison. I never want to touch this again. So anyways, that's my Shrek rave story. I had a great time at Shrek rave. I've been to 2 Shrek raves, and there's also a SpongeBob rave, which like, I'm intrigued. I missed some messages telling that horrific story. Same, mostly if I drink, it's just to be social, but I'll have something like, yeah. Same. Different gravity on Mebius, maybe a bit of a lightweight. You waged an all-out war on your boy. I genuinely did. I was just like, what if I die tonight? What if I die and then I act surprised when all of this comes to its inevitable conclusion? I don't know what I was thinking. In fact, I was not thinking. And you left those delicious crackers. I did have some of the crackers, but I felt like I don't know. Like I would kind of go back and forth between the gummy worms and the crackers, but either way, it was just not a good time. I think we might have ran out of crackers if I remember correctly. I heard Ritz crackers are really bad for your teeth. Like I don't tend to eat that kind of stuff. I think it's like soft carbs. I don't know. Okay, I actually have to worry about my teeth because it turns out that eating like a 10-year-old with trip money causes cavities. Who would have thought? Not me, apparently. But anyways, Ritz crackers are good though. I try to avoid certain foods just because I know my actions do be having consequences, unfortunately. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Yep. Anyways, I hope no one else has had those kinds of experiences. Brush twice a day, every day, mouthwash, and floss. I do be on my floss grind. I would like to get one of those water picks. I don't have an electric toothbrush. Okay, knowing me and my ADHD ass, I would probably never charge it. I know that they have stands, but like I don't have a ton of room in my bathroom. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really, I don't know, like desired perhaps an electric toothbrush. I guess you can get some that are like battery charged instead of rechargeable. I would like a water pick though. Okay, do you guys get tonsil stones? Okay, the theme of this stream is apparently just like everything that's as disgusting as possible, but I get really bad tonsil stones. Make room, Izzy doesn't need all that stuff. True. My friends took me to drink. I woke up on the couch of my school's lobby and ran to the bathroom and heaved. Swore. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a hellish story. I'm so sorry. Okay, I have never had tonsil stones nor kidney stones. Okay, good for no kidney stones. I think tonsil stones kind of depends on like the shape of your tonsils. My cousin used to get them really bad. She would just like stop in the middle of dinner and be like, everyone, tonsil stone. And she would spit out like the giant hunk of like tonsil stone. They were huge. I think the biggest one I saw was like dime sized. I don't know where it was hiding in the back of her throat, but she said that she could feel it. Like if it hasn't come out yet, she can feel it like with the back of her tongue. It is disgusting. Which is also like bad for her though. I feel like my tonsil stones have kind of gotten worse over time. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to drink more water. Blech. Like a Pokemon, what? Yeah, it's disgusting. Just using rock throw with her mouth. Tonsil. I've never even heard of a tonsil stone. Okay, thank your lucky stars that you have not. I'm trying to be on my water game. I don't know if you have to like gurgle water. Yeah, okay. So tonsil stones, so your tonsils have little pockets in them. Soda's a huge cause? No, you cannot tell me this. You cannot tell me this. I have diet soda every single day. No. No, 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 no. No. No, I can't give up my Diet Dr. Pepper, guys. Okay, absolutely cursed knowledge about me is I wake up in the morning, the first thing I have is a Diet Dr. Pepper. It's so good. A Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Coke. I'm just like bad habit maxing, I think. I know, but it's so good. I think it happened one time, like, I think I was in high school. I get nothing. Oh, gee, thanks. In high school, I was like, gee, I really like pop. And my parents never let me have pop or like candy really at home. And so I think it was the backfire effect where like, ooh, I liked that coin push. It was definitely the backfire effect where like my parents were like, she's gonna be so healthy because she's never allowed to have this. And then as soon as I moved out, then I was like, huh. Turns out I can buy goods and services with money. And one of those goods is candy and pop. And then I was like, oh, I love pop so much. I love sodies. And then, okay, to me, sodas are usually like a lunch or dinner drink. And I just woke up one morning and I was like, what if I had it right now? And what if I also had a donut? And that's when it started. That's when it all started. Oh, and then I started working at a restaurant where I had unlimited access? Why can't I say that right now? Unlimited access to a soda gun? I was so addicted to Diet Pepsi. I was so addicted. Because I wasn't like a coffee drinker, and so that was my only source of caffeine, is I would show up to work and then just have insane amounts of caffeinated soda. You know what? A lot of things are making sense in retrospect. Oh, I wake up and I know I'm gonna be drinking Dr. Pepper. Yeah, that's actually me, like unironically. I wake up and I'm like, Dr. Pepper time! Dr. Pepper time! Oh, I will drink 500 pops and I will drink 500 more. What's that show that's like, 500 burgers, 55 burgers, 55 pies. That's me, but with Coke, or Dr. Pepper. You know what? I've grown out of Pepsi. I prefer me a Coke, but my biggest preference is Dr. Pepper. Oh boy, 7 a.m. Okay, don't even joke. I used to get up for work at 5 a.m. because I had to be downtown by 8 a.m. and I would have to be on the train at like 6:50. So I'd be pulling up to like a station and parking my car at like 6:30, and I'd just do my makeup in the car while I waited for the train. But that means I'd be having my breakfast at like 5:30 in the morning. Guess what I was drinking? Guess what I was drinking, everybody, at 5:30 in the morning? Because if you guessed a Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, that's the first thing I was having in the morning. And that's part of why I'm fizzy and fizzberry, is because I love me some sodas. I'll have 2 number 9s and number 9 large, number 6 with extra dip, number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Diet, please. Yeah. I don't think I'm much of a burger girl, though. I always preferred hot dogs, but there's not a lot of like fast food hot dogs besides like Costco. I just always felt the hot dog was a superior product. I don't know. I think actually my stomach disagrees with beef quite a bit. But a hot dog has never done me dirty. A Diet Coke and a Cutwater. I went to, okay, because of the FIFA stuff happening in Toronto, then there are a bunch of free events. And so Wingstop, this is crazy. I don't know how they made money off of this or what their budget was for this event, because there's no way this was cheap. They had, like, Wingstop was doing free wings. And I'm not talking about like a couple small wings, like a full order of wings and fries with dip for free. And they were doing it from like 1 p.m. until like 1 a.m. And so you just show up and get free wings. And I guess how they were making their money was probably the drinks. Like the drinks were not free. And so I had a rum and Coke. And I would have thought that maybe they would cheap out on the rum, but they did not. It was really strong. Like, it was so strong to the point where I was like, you kind of feel it in your chest. I get the suspicion that maybe I have that like Asian gene where, like, have you heard that thing about Asians being like allergic to alcohol and that's why you get like the Asian flush? I don't know if I have that. Like, sometimes when I have alcohol, I feel like it just hurts me. Okay, you know what? When I say these things out loud, I hear it how you guys hear it, which is that it's kind of ridiculous and stupid, and it kind of makes me rethink things. But anyway, Fizzy, what are your thoughts on dirty soda, considering you ingest Diet Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper? I don't think I've ever tried a dirty soda. Do they have it at McDonald's now or something? I mean, in theory, it probably just tastes like an ice cream float, right? I know that's big in Mormontown, Utah. And so I know that, okay, because Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and all that jazz. The sugar, the soda, the sodies. To me, it kind of sounds insane. I feel like I would probably enjoy it if I tried it, but part of me already knows on some level that my soda consumption is insane. And so maybe that's part of why I'm like, maybe not interested. I can just have my Dr. Pepper plain. Yeah, your life sounds like a destruction derby on your existence at the moment. Yeah, a little bit. I try some healthy habits. Actually, I'm in DBT therapy right now for ADHD. And so I'll explain things about my day and how I conduct my life. And then my DBT therapist will just be like, huh, and do you think that's healthy or like, okay, the way that he frames it is like towards and away. And so the idea is that if you have values, like everyone has things that they value, right? So one of the things that I have a lot of value on, but I have a hard time kind of like actually keeping up with is like being organized, for example, or like getting chores done on like a regular schedule. Like that's something that I really want for myself, but because of my ADHD, I really struggle. And so he frames things as like towards my values or away from my values. And so if he asks me a question like, what are you procrastinating right now? Then he'll be like, is that an away move or a towards move? And every single time I'm like, fuck! Why are you asking me all these questions? So yeah, I feel very exposed. Like, he's not even judging me. It's that I know what the answer is, and I know it's not the most productive habit. I think it's hard for me to see it until it gets kind of like put out in the open, maybe. It's pop with milk. Okay, but isn't that the same as an ice cream float? Like, ice cream floats, it's just melty cream and pop, and that tastes pretty good. I used to be a fiend for A&W root beer floats. Root beer! They have versions at the X every year, and it sounds disgusting. Ice cream is, yeah, but ice cream is just really thick milk, and it's sweet. I feel like, okay, because they put like coffee creamer in, right? That's also cream, and that's also sweet. So it's gotta be a pretty similar experience, right? It's just a little creamy. But no, you don't understand. It's literally just an ice cream float, but with more steps. It's not warm milk. It's creamer. And they put the pebble ice. I don't think you know your dirty soda game, Kyrian. I know the lore. I know this. They do coconut cream or they do creamer. And so it's sweetened. I don't think it's milk. I think it's creamer or coconut cream and stuff. And then they do syrup, and then they do like whipped cream and that kind of stuff. Okay, you guys will be happy to hear though that I don't consume energy drinks. I feel like that's the least of my concerns, but I have never had like an actual Monster or Red Bull to myself before, because to me that's crossing the line. Like, that's too much. The 7 a.m. Diet Coke or the 5:30 a.m. Dr. Pepper, that's okay. Everyone says they taste awful, so I never tried one. Yeah, okay, to me, it's giving medicine. My little brother has like a shrine of Monster in his room where it's just like all the cans like stacked on top of each other, which to me, I'm like, okay, so maybe my consumption of carbonated beverages is actually fine. I'm not making shrines, and I limit myself to like one a day, which I feel like having one every day is already kind of pushing it, but at least it's not multiple, and at least it's not Monster. I don't know. I'm on copium right now, guys. TBH, I used to eat an entire pack of mini donuts over the course of a week instead of actual meals, so I can't judge. A pack of mini donuts? How big we talking? Like, are we talking like a 24 pack? Or are we talking like Timbits? A 10 pack of Timbits? Like, what's the metric for these donuts? I did used to get, okay, when I was in high school, I was living on my own. And so I used to do my own grocery shopping. And so you guys can guess how well that went. And at the time, at Food Basics, then you could get one of those 6-pack of donuts, like the really basic donuts, for 99 cents. 99 cents! It's like $5 now. And so that would be my breakfast, and I would wonder why I was still like hungry like 20 minutes later. I didn't know what protein was, apparently. Allergic to eggs, allergic to meat. Like, I was vegetarian for a long time too, and I was straight up like, peanut butter has protein, which technically is true. Yeah, it has protein, but it's got like 2 grams and it's like 100 calories for like nothing. And so it might as well just, like, it's not a protein source. You know what I mean? Like, not in the sense that you can get like meet your nutritional goals for the day just by eating a little bit of peanut butter on toast. Yeah, I straight up was just like not eating. I was carb maxing. I was carb maxing severely. Like the ones you get from Superstore, 12 for 32? Whoa. I don't think I've ever bought one of those before. I'm surprised how little protein peanut butter has. Yeah, it's, I mean, because you hear like, oh, it's got protein. Not really. Like, you would be better off eating a lot of other things. And also not super high in fiber, I think. It's really just fat. Which is fine. Like, fat keeps you full. And I don't bring up any of this stuff because I'm like diet maxing or anything. It's just like, it has been, okay, oh, what's her name? There is like a TikToker, Abby Sharp, I think. And she makes videos about like, okay, I guess like how to keep yourself full, which is very helpful for me. Because I would just be like, I'm eating so much and I'm not getting full. I wonder why. And so she's like, okay, if you want to have a little snacky, just always try and add a little bit of protein and a little bit of fiber. And that trick has been super useful for me because I'm like, okay, I would like Doritos, but I can also make sure I have like a higher protein cheese. And I can make sure I'm having it with like an apple or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying you have to do this for every snack. Like, you can just have a treat if you want a treat. But specifically, if you are aiming to feel full, then the protein and fiber and like a little bit of fat has been super helpful for me. Before the galactic pandemic. We still kind of are. COVID is still around. I feel like even though there are still cases, people are just like, eh. Okay, knowing me being a little paranoid, like, does not help. Instructions unclear. Ate entire block of cheese and haven't pooped for a week. Okay, well, with my tolerance for dairy, it would not be stuck. I'll say that much. It would be the opposite of stuck. It would be... Okay, maybe I shouldn't continue that train of thought. I'm trying to get my mind out of the gutter. I'm like, what topics can I talk about besides pee-pee poo-poo fart from a butt cheek? I made some egg salad the other day, and that was buns. I don't know. I have complicated thoughts about egg salad. I do love, I like eggs, but I'm pretty picky about my eggs. There is, Mayak eggs, I think it was called, which is so good. I can't remember, is it Korean? Basically you like soft boil a bunch of eggs, and then you marinate them in like soy sauce and rice vinegar and garlic and green onion and sesame oil, overnight, and they get so flavorful and they're so yummy. If you're a lazy gal like me, then it's pretty close to like meal prep in terms of like, you just kind of do it for, you know, you spend like 15 minutes just making sure the eggs are boiled, getting together the marinade, all that, and then you have delicious lunch. And they're so tasty. They're so tasty. I haven't done it in a while, but I should do that. I just got a bunch of eggs yesterday. I can make myself some Mayak eggs. You know what I don't? Okay, to me, egg salad, I think my problem with egg salad is mayo. I'm not really much of a mayo lover. I feel mayo is just weird. It tastes kind of sweet to me. Some people describe it as tangy. To me, it kind of tastes like creamy, sweet, weird, oily, greasy. I like aioli, which I feel like is pretty much mayo, but it's just a little bit more flavorful. Get those kitty yogurts and pop popsicle sticks in them and freeze them. I love yogurt. I have Greek yogurt every day. I gotta have my Diet Dr. Pepper and I gotta have my Greek yogurt. And I enjoy like frozen fruit with my yogurt and granola. So I like that. I also, okay, frozen fruits are actually the best ever. No wonder you have IBS. What? No, Greek yogurt is good for me. Granola is good for me. What was I gonna say? Oh, frozen fruit. Okay, I make these like protein pancakes. Do you guys know the like Kodiak protein pancake mix? I think it tastes pretty good. Like to me, they don't taste like protein pancakes. I say that as if I know what a protein pancake tastes like. They just taste like pancakes. Like they're really good. And then I will take some like frozen berries. I really like frozen raspberries or frozen blackberries. And I'll microwave them. Oh, and I add chia seeds into my protein pancakes. I feel like I don't really taste them and it kind of changes the texture. So it's like a little bit more fluffy, which I like. But they're just good. I like those pancakes. But anyways, I microwave the frozen fruit and it kind of turns into this like saucy jam thing. And so if you like squish the berries with like a spoon, and then I'll add in just a teeny bit of maple syrup, and it's just like a yummy jam topping for my protein pancakes. It's delicious. And high fiber. Protein cookies are shockingly good. It depends on the brand. I feel like I've had some that were like disgusting. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a protein cookie. I feel like protein muffins can get away with it. I really think it's a texture thing, in my opinion. Texture and like, okay, if some of those protein cookies are sweetened with like something weird, that's also pretty gross. I want cookies now. I used to have this recipe for lava cake that was really good. It was one of, okay, dump cakes are kind of crazy. Also, I realized I've been talking about just like gross stuff in food. And so I'm thinking maybe this is because I haven't had my dinner yet. Because I've just been straight yapping. That would maybe have something to do with it. I'm like, why am I talking about food so much? He didn't want this cake! Wait, what's the joke? I'm sorry. I just be yapping. I'm just like stream of consciousness yapping. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth sometimes. This music goes hard. Also, I'm just realizing that the arcade machine, it's like a beach, I think. Like, isn't that supposed to be water? That's really cute. This game is doing it for me as far as like, I don't know. It's cute, it's fun, it's funky. I feel like if I'm, oh, dump cake. Poopy, haha, funny. Keeping it highbrow. We keep it highbrow here. Yeah, no, okay, but dump cakes are the GOAT because they take so little effort, and a lot of the time they kind of have that like lava cake effect where it's like warm, gooey, chocolatey, super yummy. Actually, you know what I have in my freezer right now? My mom made me this mango dessert. I don't know exactly what's in it. What it tastes like though is that it kind of has this like graham crumb topping. And then it's like ice cream adjacent. It tastes to me almost like condensed milk and cream or something, but it like ice cream but sweetened with condensed milk, if that makes sense. And then there's big chunks of mango in it. So it's just like, texture heaven. And then it's just like not too sweet, but it is sweet. Just like yummy. Are you guys ice cream people? I feel like I'm kind of not an ice cream person. But I gotta be in the mood. There's gotta be chunks in my ice cream. Unless it's green tea ice cream. I really like cookie dough chunks in my ice cream. Or like brownie chunks. Oh my lord. Oh, okay. Ice cream sandwiches are also good. Again, I feel like that's a texture thing because I like the cookie or like the biscuit part of the ice cream sandwich. Dude, ice cream sandwiches with cookies, like an actual like chocolate chip cookie, that's crazy. I don't have them really often, but I feel like when they're there, I'm like, oh yes. Oh, I came to the right spot. I'm in the right place right now. Cookie dough or brownie chunks. Okay, the Ben and Jerry's with like, ooh, the dough core. That is so good. Okay, have you guys ever tried Halo Top ice cream? They're like, oh, it's a diet ice cream. You can have the whole, yeah, whatever. I just want to eat ice cream. But anyways, they have like a cookie dough flavor. And I was like, oh, cookie dough? Yes, please. Guys, they lied to me. There's no dough. There's no dough. There's just little tiny little flecks of like perhaps chocolate chips. Disappointing. Whoa, this is a crazy tower. Wait, why is it, is this my reward? Why is it opening up as a window? Decadent ice cream sandwiches are the oh, I don't know if I've ever tried that. Okay, this tower is definitely gonna edge my yacht. That made sense. I didn't hate myself for saying that. Hey, is the ice cream ready to go? Kinda. I think we forgot something. No. Homer Simpson ass joke. I haven't really watched The Simpsons either. I feel like my parents were kind of opposed to The Simpsons. I had like a little, ooh, I don't know what to call it. In the early 2000s, where physical games were more in, where it's like an actual device where you press the buttons, it's like a memory game. But each button corresponded to like a different Simpsons sound clip. And my parents did not like it because I think they said like arse or something. Like it wasn't even a swear word, but my parents didn't like it. And soundboard, yeah. Well, it was like a soundboard memory game. And so there was an actual like memorization component to it. But that was kind of the extent of my exposure to The Simpsons as a kid. And then I remember that The Simpsons movie came out, and I only really watched like the advertisements for it, like Spider Pig does whatever. Oh my god. The tower does whatever a Spider Pig does. And I thought that was like the funniest thing I had ever heard in my life. But then I think my sister got it from the library and watched it while my parents were out. And one of her friends was over, and there's like a scene of like Bart on the skateboard, and he's like supposed to be naked. And I remember thinking like, we can't be watching this in our good Christian household. Because I was very much like, there are rules and we have to follow the rules. I was very like, I think I had like religious OCD when I was younger, which was not super fun. I'm not really religious anymore, but at the time I was very much like, oh my goodness, we can't have this in the house. So anyways, that's the lore on like why I don't know that much about The Simpsons. But guess whose little brother watched all of The Simpsons? It's so unfair being the eldest child because all the things I wasn't allowed to do, all the things that I missed out on are totally okay for my youngest sibling. I think it's more so just that my parents just gave up. I think that they're like, I can't keep doing this for another 10 years. So. But very inconvenient for me because I did have to live with all the rules, and I was like, bad things will happen. Anyway, I really want this tower to fall. I can't see what's going on behind it though, which is, ooh, what if I try and get it from the side here? I can't really see what's going on behind this tower, so I can't really see if my coins are in the right spot. But I can hear coins dropping. I got banned from The Sims as a kid because I was too dumb and accidentally got all my family as Sims killed. What? I would have thought that it would be because in The Sims you can woohoo. I don't know if my parents would have let me play that game if they had paid attention to that part. Because as a kid I was like, what's this button do? Oh, am I allowed to shoot? Why does it keep bringing this up? Oh, what's going on right now? Ooh, mama, oh, I got chills. Oh my god! The whole tower didn't fall though. I actually got chills. That was crazy. There's still half a tower though. This game is really good for just like mindlessly shooting. It's very satisfying. This is a super satisfying game. My dad saw everyone surrounded by like pee and stink lines because I hit fast forward and forgot to turn on the self-fulfillment so they could like eat on their own, and he got mad. Oh. So he was like, oh, you're actually starving our family. This is your brother. That's me. That's me pissing myself. That's me stuck in the pool with no ladder. I would get so scared when the burglar would come in and steal stuff, and I would always be like, I don't have money for the security alarm. And then right as my Sims would go to bed, then of course somebody would rob the house, and then you hear the like piano like dun-na, and I'd be like, oh my god, oh, no, root beer, no. Scary game. Okay, I played a lot of the first Sims, like Sims Deluxe or whatever, like the very first one, and I played a lot of Sims 2. But as far as Sims 4 goes, I don't know why. I only ever decorate the house. Like, I find it hard for me to continue with the actual storyline for Sims 4. I don't know if it's just like I get too distracted by all of the like building options because there's so much stuff now. Like, I feel like the enjoyment for me is really just like making 3D environments, which is what I do for work. And so now when I do work and I'm making environments, then I'm like, I'm just paying The Sims, but I'm getting paid for it. Like, it's the same feeling of like, hee, I'm gonna put a flower here, and I'm gonna put a flower here. Like, no thoughts, head empty. That's my 3D approach. Best part is he forgot about it for years, and when I asked him to get Sims 2 for DS, he was like, what are you talking about? Classic parent moment. Because for you, it's like, you know, a life-changing experience, and for them, it's like Tuesday, you know? Well, at least you eventually got The Sims, right? You could have played it anyway. Sims 4 is just DLC, the video. It is! The DLC is crazy. Even though it's free now, it's like over $1,000 for all the DLC. Also, I'm not really sure what is the DLC. You know, like I can understand if it's like content packs, but some of the stuff like, oh, there's vampire. Okay, well maybe I just answered my own question. It's only fun if you have all the packs, and even then some of them are bad. I don't think I have any of the packs. Also, I'm gonna take a tinkle break. And shove some food in my face before I come back. So I'm gonna switch to the... Oh, no. Ooh. That was crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a little tinkle break. I will BRB. I'm gonna switch to the BRB screen, and I'll be back in a min. Hello, hello. I have returned. Ooh. This is a different screen than what I was using before. Hang on a minute here. The most egregious Sims 4 set is the one that's literally the Star Wars theme park. As in, it's not actual Star Wars content, but your sim can just go to a small part of Disneyland? Huh. The Sims and EA generally does have very much like Disney energy to me. And not in the good way, in the sense of like, you guys are pushing it. You guys are pushing it a little bit. Oh. Okay, I didn't know I could hover like this. Interesting. $45 is crazy. Okay. I feel like I had something to say, but I forgot. Oh, I was gonna say, have you guys ever tried that, okay, you know how a lot of VTubers are sponsored by like gamer subs? Have you guys ever tried those? I'm like kind of interested in it. And after our conversation about my soda habits, but I like drinking things that have flavor, but I don't want to drink juice. Like, I think my main objection is I don't want to be drinking my sugar. I have to be careful about my sugar intake because I'm an adult or whatever, and that's like a concern now. But anyways, have you guys ever tried the gamer subs? Like, is that something that's like worth your time and money? Do they taste good? I think that they give you like free sample packs, and I've been kind of curious. But I think what puts me off is that you have to buy like a tub, and the tub is like $60. And I'm kind of like, And also the time to like, okay, if I get the flavor samplers, then that's gonna take a few weeks, right? And then it's gonna take a few more weeks once I get it and then decide I wanna commit and then order more? Am I overthinking this? They do have a titty milk flavor, and they also have, what was, like, doggy style flavor? Which I'm like, that kind of sounds like butt. I don't know. Like that, I don't know if that sounds like an appealing flavor. You know what I mean? I mean, how else are we gonna develop a sense of pride and a compliment? Yeah, fair. Yeah, it's a little egregious. I get it, because it's like their whole brand is like sexy anime characters, but I'm also like, guys, what if my parents come over? I can't have this heathen filth in my kitchen. Just having coffee alone makes my parents a little on edge. Like, oh. I used to take like creatine. Ooh, okay. Obviously I've been talking so much about protein. I do care about my protein intake because I want to be a muscle mommy. I'm not super great or like disciplined about getting enough protein, but I try to consciously incorporate it. One, to keep me full, and two, because if I go to the gym, but I don't eat enough protein, I won't get no gains. And so I do need to be eating enough protein. And so I was like, I really like Revolution Nutrition's flavors. My friend put me onto the s'mores flavor, and I really like it. And I think their marshmallow flavor is also genuinely good. Like, I would just drink it on its own. And they had like creatine and like other kind of supplement stuff, and I thought it tasted pretty good. I got it for free because I got like a big bulk order, and so I like undecided about whether or not I would pay money just for the creatine stuff on my own. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about creatine. Like, I know some people say that it's very beneficial, and then other people are like, it's gonna make you gain weight. I don't know. So either way, I was just like, that sounds like a problem for me to research, and I'm not in the mood to do that. Where was I going with this? Oh, Revolution Nutrition. They taste pretty good. But at one point, I started getting a ton of their ads on Instagram. And I was like, this is so many ads. This is like every time I open up Instagram, I get one of their ads. And so silly me I started screenshotting them to see like how often I was getting them. Like I would screenshot it every single time it came up. But Instagram must have some way to monitor when you're screenshotting stuff, because the more I screenshotted, the more they came up. It was like a virus. And so I ended up with like 30 or 40 screenshots just of the ads that they were giving me. And they were so desperate to advertise to me that it would be the middle of summer and I'd be getting ads for like their Christmas sale and their Valentine's Day sale and their Halloween sale. I'm like, Jesus, I already buy your stuff. And I just placed an order like not long before I started getting all of these ads. And so like, yes, I am your target audience. I buy your stuff, but this level of advertising is crazy. It's like a, you know, like an X or something that just can't let you go. Like, all right, I got your protein shake. All right. Ooh, max push. Hey, there's purple stuff, fruit juice, titty milk. Oh boy, Sonny. Okay, where's the push? Is it gonna push now? Oh, that was good. That was really good. Zam. I'm gonna need that cigarette right about now. That was a good push. This game feels so endless. How do you guys feel about Balatro? Have you guys played Balatro? I got it on my iPad, and I feel like that was a bad decision. Because now I can just play from my couch. I mean, I guess I could have done that because I also have a Steam Deck. But just having it so available, I went through my Balatro phase. Okay, I'm not really a big card game guy either. Like, I feel like I just lied. I really enjoyed Gwent in The Witcher. Like, I would just play The Witcher just to play Gwent. There was a period of time where I was like, who's gonna play Gwent against me? The Steam machine, I feel like I do 3D for work, and so I feel like I have a pretty souped up PC. And so the idea of spending more on like a console, I'm like, I don't know. I think the only console I'm thinking about with semi seriousness is probably the Switch 2, but I feel like there's not enough games on it right now for me to really feel so compelled. I would love to play the new Mario Kart, and I do want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. And there's a couple other games too. Wait, what other games are there? Pocopia? Is Pocopia a Switch 2 game only? Oh, maybe it's Pocopia I'm thinking of. Tomodachi I have on my regular Switch, but I need like a capture card or something. Yeah, Pocopia. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, the Balatro stuff, like, I'm not a card person either, but I kept hearing from people, like, my little brother's really into Balatro. And so I was like, yeah, okay, I mean, whatever, fine. And then I went to the Canadian Game Awards, actually with Captain Quasi. Ooh, when was that? Not this year, but the year before, I think. Yeah, like 2025 Canadian Game Awards. And it was the freaking Balatro sweep. Won everything. Okay, even won Best Studio. The studio is one person. That's crazy. But anyways, I was just like, okay, well, everyone seems to have really good stuff to say about it, and it's really not that expensive. So why don't I give it a try and just see what the hype is about? I really, like, besides Gwent, not really a card person. But that game, that game knows what it's doing. That game is scratching some kind of like primal itch in your brain. It's so good. I really like Balatro. I feel like it's not a great stream game necessarily. Like, I thought about playing it on stream, but okay, first of all, there are some people who are crazy good at Balatro. Like, I've seen some clips and people are using strats I didn't even know was a thing. I feel like I'm here for enjoyment of the game, but I feel like I'm not super great at kind of I don't know, puzzle games or that kind of thing. Not that Balatro is a puzzle game, but just there is some like thinking involved. I find it very addictive. I haven't finished it yet. I feel like for my own sanity, I was like, if I want to do literally anything in my life, I need to stop playing Balatro because it's too good. I was spending all my time just playing Balatro. I recommend it. Like, even if you're not a card person, if Balatro is on sale for a couple bucks, I say you should buy it. Like, it's that good. Switch 2 was a maybe, but I love my Steam Deck and don't think I can justify another handheld Nintendo console unless there's a good amount of games. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I also feel like, I do feel kind of unimpressed with Nintendo as a company, like some of their business practices and like being able to brick people's Switch 2. Like, I don't like that stuff. Even like the way that they've really prevented people from sharing gameplay, or just not making it easy for them to do so, like that kind of puts me off. I feel like I will be convinced eventually to get a Switch 2, but to put that money down now, like that's kind of a hard sell. I also feel like there's a lot of other things that I would prefer to spend my money on. Hell, I mean, even a live 2D rig for Fizzy. I would love that. I'm at the point where I'm like, should I just learn live 2D? I keep going back and forth because like I do have a Vroid model that is very much work in progress at the moment. I just want to have more motion. I think the PNG tuber is cute and I feel like 2D has a lot of appeal that sometimes gets lost or like becomes uncanny in 3D. Even like some of the movements and stuff. Like I feel like to get what I want done, it would have to be a pretty crazy 3D rig, and I don't know how to rig. So I don't know, man. So that's kind of why Vroid was an in-between solution for me, because it's already rigged, but I can kind of make my own edits to it. But I feel like, okay, I feel like live 2D, like 2D rigging, I feel like I could wrap my head around. 3D rigging makes me want to throw up, like just the thought of it. The biggest issue with Nintendo is the same issue Square Enix has. They're stuck in a very 80s, 90s Japanese IP culture. Ooh! Oh, I thought I was gonna push the tower. 80s, 90s Japanese IP culture that basically other companies have moved away from, but because they're Nintendo, people will always be there to buy. Yeah, they're low-key like the Disney of Japanese gaming. And not in a good way. I feel like I always end up on this topic of like complaints about Nintendo. You know what I did really like though? Is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I really liked that game. I feel my biggest gripe with that game is that, okay, it was very much like kind of a mobile game first, or like Apple Game Store or whatever. And I feel like you can kind of tell, like some of the stuff is a little bit grindy. Ooh. Oh, I thought the tower was gonna fall. But as a game, it's so stinking cute. It's so cute. I can talk to my characters. It's genuinely like a very well-made game. Like I know that it's Hello Kitty, and so I feel like people's assumption is that it would kind of be just like a garbage cash grab game, but it's genuinely good. Like if you like Animal Crossing, you will like Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It is so cute. And genuinely fun to play. I liked it a lot. I think it got to a certain point where I could see like how long it would take me to achieve certain things. And I was just kind of like, that's gonna take me too long. I'm gonna need to put in like another 20 hours before I get that. And that was kind of too much for me. Kind of, okay, I don't know if you guys are into Genshin Impact, but sometimes when a game is too big, then you lose motivation. Like I would be, ooh. Yay. I liked that. But yeah, sometimes with a game that's too big, then it's like, wait, you're telling me I can sink another 100 hours into this game and I still won't even be halfway through? That was kind of my feeling with Genshin, is like, I've already played this game for 80 hours and I've barely scratched the surface. And it kind of feels like my progress is kind of like, I don't know. It feels like I'm not going anywhere or doing anything. If I remember correctly, didn't the name come from South Park? Butters kept mentioning it as a game, but I don't think it existed. It's that meme where it's like, Butters, you're always on your computer. I don't play World of Warcraft. I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I was confused about that too, because I was like, wait, did they name this after the South Park meme? Because I kind of have a hard time thinking Sanrio as a company would do that. I'm not really sure. Is this a chicken and an egg situation? Like, was there some version of Hello Kitty Island Adventure before the recent game? Unclear. I have friends who play Genshin, and I swear there's like 5 billion hours of cutscenes. Yeah, there's 5 billion hours. And it's, okay, this is a little bit my pet peeve with some anime games, is when it's like, the spark of your soul needs another drop of the... And then the grand... Like, I feel like they're speaking a different language. It's already from Japanese into English, and I'm having trouble understanding what's happening. Like, it's very... I feel like it's so lore heavy to the point where I'm like, I have no idea what the stakes are right now. I do remember I was in one area, and whoever the voice actor was, man, he was slutting it up. That was a slutty little performance. It's one of those things where like a guy is trying to be evil, but it just comes off as like they're trying to seduce you. He's like, I will dominate you. I'm like, oh, sir? What's the rating of this game? I did enjoy my time in Genshin. Like, I don't know, it's very much like the same things that I enjoyed about Breath of the Wild, which was primarily like exploring, just being able to do crazy stuff, just wander around however I want. Like, I like the open worldness of it. But as far as the story goes, I was like, girl, I don't know what's going on. I feel like this has been going on for 5 billion years. And then like, okay, some of the voice acting is good, and some of it is like, you're reading off of a page, and I can tell you're reading off of a page. It would be like, oh no, the calamity is coming our way. And you're like, come on, man, put a little soul into it. The Loki conundrum, yup. I like the designs in Zenless Zone Zero, but I can't bring myself to gacha. Yeah, that was my impression of that game too, which is like, it looks cool, but there's part of me that is just like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I can do this. Infinity Nikki, was that a gacha game? I remember I started playing Infinity Nikki, and it was so badly optimized on my Steam Deck. I had to turn off all shadows, and it looked so bad that I was like, okay, I gotta stop. Hot take, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom story is buns. You could not... Don't ask me what happened in either of those games. For me, it was a lot of, Link, I'm stuck in the ass crack of Ganondorf. Save me! And I was like, okay. I just want to go get the big horsey though. I don't really care. Sorry, that sounds like a you problem. So I guess I'm agreeing. I don't know if I was particularly gripped by the story either. And I really don't love the, I don't know. It feels like more princess in distress stuff. Like, does she have no autonomy? She's supposed to be so powerful, and she's always... It's like Princess Peach! Like, she's so much cooler than what you guys are letting her do! They really need to up the ante for the next game, because Zelda is known for having pretty great stories. Actually, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are the only Zelda games I've played. Which I know is sad and horrible, and everybody throw rocks at me. Actually, I'm gonna throw rocks at myself. Oh, I don't have it in this. Ooh, wait, hang on. Hang on here. Hang on 1 second. I don't have my rock throwing thing. Let's go back to the tea party for a sec. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right. Oh, meow, 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 meow. Did I just... Yeah, I don't have the rock throwing thing here. Let me paste this input in OBS. Okay, so it should be good now. Oh, it's not aligned with me. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is really satisfying. I can't wait until this is a chat redeem so that you guys can throw stuff at me. I'm really excited for Stinky Baby Jail because I think that will be a great improvement to my stream. I think an alarm should sound and a giant cage should drop down from the sky and I get all stinky. Anyways. Link, my steak is too juicy and my lobster too buttery and my butt too big. They let Rosalina be a badass, but Peach has been helpless a lot. Yeah, I feel that. Come on, Peach. Get that umbrella out. Get that parasol out. Zelda has always been a damsel, but Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom made her the, save me type of... Okay, I feel like they were so close to giving her some agency. I should be able to play as Zelda, no? That should be me! That should be me! Ironic that this is the inverse with the movie. Oh, I haven't seen Galaxy yet. Spoilers! Spoilers! Skyward Sword Zelda is the best Zelda. Is that the one where she gets to be Shake? Am I saying that right? I think you can also play her in Link's Awakening. I was watching Seafoam Green Queen play it and I was like, wait, what? I feel like I was unaware of this game. I think I assumed it was, oh, I'm getting my games confused here. There was another kind of cutesy looking Zelda game that came out. I was surprised that Link's Awakening was so long. It looks super cute though. Everything in that game makes me, it looks like it's made out of cake. Like it looks like I should be able to eat everything, which I'm into. Literally pushes Link off a bridge because she wants to, Ocarina of Time Zelda was good. I feel like a lot of the Zelda games are good. And I just haven't played them. Like I know Twilight Princess is a classic as well. My partner actually got like the HD version as well as like an HD cord or like adapter or something. So that he was able to play Twilight Princess on the Wii, but it looked good. But I haven't played it myself or like even, you know, backseated not backseated, but just like couch girlfriend watched it, you know? Echoes of the Kingdom. Oh, Twilight Princess has a bad Zelda with a great design. Oh, interesting. Midna is the superior princess in that game. Oh. Spoilers! I'm taking a sippy sip. Okay, is there an end to this game? I feel like it's been... I actually don't know what's going on in the game. I've kind of not been paying attention. I'm so bad at this. Literally the first canon princess... What? Really? Where? Where's the link? Where can I see the makeout? They make out? Really? Pinky Promise? I still need to play Twilight Princess. I had it, but I lost interest in the Wii. Oh. I picked up a Wii from like a secondhand store, and that was a really good decision because I can play DDR in my basement now. Midna. But they make out? Like sloppy style or like... Okay, somebody put me in Sticky Baby Jail. I just think Link is neat. I just think he's neat. I think he's the best boy who looks like a girl who looks like a boy. In media that I've seen. Okay, I'll calm down. Thank you, Kyrian. What's going on with that Zelda live action? That's what I want to know. Me and Link have that in common. What, you're a boy who looks like a girl who looks like a boy? Oh, guys, don't bring this up in front of me. Floco VT, do not tell me these things. Goonettes, it's our time. It's our time to rise up. Okay, I'll calm down, guys. I'll calm down. It's fine, it's fine. They went wild with the Gerudo outfit. They did! Okay, have you guys seen that stuff about shipping Zelda with the Gerudo lady? And I was like, what are you guys talking about? I don't remember anything. And then my friend sent me a link to like a YouTube video of like a cutscene with the two of them, and I'm like, oh, I understand. Urbosa is her mom? No. Not actually though, right? Okay, but what if she was just like a cool older lady friend who she's attracted to? We can have MILFs up in here. It's okay. Actually, do you guys know that I went to a flower market? Oh, mother-daughter. Okay, well, more research is needed, but if I pretend I didn't read that, then I think it was pretty swag. Anyways, I went to a flower market and they had these flower bouquets. Oh, they were so cute. They were like pink and glittery bouquets. Like they had glitterified some of the flowers, and they had these cute little like, okay, how do I describe it? It's like a popsicle stick with like a printed out image at the top. Like, you know how sometimes you'll get like flowers and it says like, oh, happy birthday or whatever? It's like that, but with like fun little images. And there was one of like Kris Jenner saying like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. And then there was another one like the milfiest MILF. And guess which one I bought for myself? I bought myself the MILF bouquet. I have no children, nor do I plan on having children anytime in the near future. But I saw that MILF bouquet and I said, you're coming home with me, mama. I'm the MILF. I'm the MILF now. Who's gonna stop me? I mean, if there's a convenient washing machine to get stuck in, oh my. You're crazy. I feel like okay, so Kyrian and I know each other in real life. I feel like in real life, you're so tame with this stuff. And then in my chat, you're so unhinged. I'm like, where did this side of Kiri come from? Can't blame you? Yeah, it's my God-given right, in my opinion. But next time, if that place is there, I want to get the Kris Jenner one. I do not approve of the Kardashians, vaguely, generally, but the Kris Jenner memes go a little hard, just saying. I'm very out of character in this stream. Well, it's just human things that Kieran's finding funny. You think I'm reserved? Yeah, like, I don't think you make these jokes in front of me, Kieran. Like, you'll make little stinky jokes, but not like you were talking about vor in my last stream. I was like, you know what that is? Kiri's the reserved one. Okay, I mean, like, I assumed you knew some internet things here and there, but I didn't think that it was like top of mind for you. We were playing like, for people in the chat who weren't in the last stream, I was playing Trolls Remix Rescue. I love Trolls. I mean, obviously my design is very Trolls inspired, but Trolls Remix Rescue is objectively the worst game I have ever played in my life. And like, I know it's meant to be a kid's game. It's a bad kid's game. Like, it's bad. And it's mostly because it's like, whoever was supposed to do QA testing on it, it's like they just didn't show up to work like the entire development. Also, I say that with all the love in my heart, all the love in my ass. It's just a very badly play tested or QA'd game. I don't know what language you want me to use to describe that, but it's just like, it's an experience. It's a cursed experience. And if you guys have seen the troll movies, then their transportation is like sentient. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, you know, the Magic School Bus, where it's like, it's kind of its own being, even though you can drive it. Oh, that was weird now that I thought about it for like 2 seconds. But anyways, it's like that in Trolls. But in the movie, they don't usually go in through the mouth. They usually have like a door on the side. But in Trolls Remix Rescue, they just get straight into the bus animal's mouth. And Kyrian was in my chat like, it's four. And I was like, I was speechless. The woman was too stunned to speak, is what happened. And that happened right before somebody came into chat and was like, what just happened? And I was like, I cut all of this over my dead body. Calling me out. It was funny. It was a bit. It was a funny bit. Yeah, Trolls Remix Rescue is crazy. Like, I already played that part of the game. And what are you saying in my chat right now? Where is he? I'm a simple space twink, okay? I love more. Are you allowed to say that? Does your mom know you're saying this? Oh my. Okay, if there is a way to put my chat into Stinky Baby Jail, you'd be in Stinky Baby Jail right now. That's crazy. Also, okay, I think I've been surrounded by, how do I say this nicely? By like nerds and dorks. I say that affectionately. Okay, because I went to school for video game art and design, and a lot of the people in my like friend circle are either like huge gamers or they're in animation. And okay, huge proportion of LGBT folks in both industry. Hell yeah, slay, happy pride, etc, etc. But you know, freak flags do be flying, and I say this as a fellow gay freak myself. I think that just like a lot of what was in my close friend group, it like I know a lot of furries. I'm friends with furries, like all sorts of stuff, you know, like adult baby diaper lovers, like you name it. I don't judge, I don't care. If my friends are into that, then cool. I hope you're having fun. Tell me about it later, etc. But I made some, like, for lack of better words, like normie friends, or just like friends who are not in those circles at all. Like I have friends who are like studying to be lawyers or like landscapers and stuff. And like the circles, like the Venn diagram of like what a lot of my animation and games friends talk about versus like what my friends who are not in those circles talk about or know. Those circles don't touch. They don't touch. And so there are things that are just like normal to me that I'll bring up in passing, and they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, you got, I forgot which audience I'm saying this to. And like, that's not judging them either. It's just that I forget that not everybody is like that because so many of my friends are into that stuff. Yeah. And so I always wonder, I'm like, okay, I have no sense of whether I'm not like quote unquote normal or weird because my point of comparison is like so skewed. And I'm not saying that they're weird or whatever. I'm just saying like, what is objectively normal? I don't really know if that exists, or is that me being weird and assuming that everybody else is also weird like me? Like, I don't really know. TBH, I like to joke, but I always abide by, hey, if it makes you happy and doesn't hurt anyone, good on you, my dude. Yeah, like, I really, like, I think in my previous years, like, if I found out about furry stuff, like I would be really judgy and like disgusted, to be honest. And then like, but it's just because I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, if you know somebody who's into that and then you go, oh, wait, this literally doesn't matter. If they enjoy it, then so what? Like, I don't care. Like, I'm really like, I don't know. If people like what they like, then I just, it doesn't affect me. I don't care. I think it can be funny, but I'm not like disgusted by anything like that anymore. Like, I straight up don't care. I'm not judging. Like, you want to make furry art? Like, cool. It looks great. Anyways, we don't judge unless it's like bad. Yeah, and I feel like even, okay, nobody cancel me. My definition of bad has also maybe changed. What I'm getting at is that I think I've just become a lot more open-minded, and there are some things where I'm like, okay. And I guess also like not being religious anymore. I'm also like, yeah, I straight up don't care. I know exactly what you mean. Like, they get surprised by things that are very normal for terminally online people. Yeah, exactly. If you've been on Tumblr for long enough, I feel like that's a pretty common feeling. No, for real, especially if you had conservative background growing up, there's a lot of learning to do before you go like, wait, who cares? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I have a lot of respect for furries in general. Like, being yourself, even when people criticize you, is kind of admirable, in my opinion. Agreed. I also feel like, okay, if we're talking about like counterculture, showing up to stuff in a fursuit is crazy. Like, damn, you really got some kahunas. You got some moxie. Foxy moxie in some cases. Like, I went to, there's like a festival near me. It was like a maple syrup festival, which is the most Canadian thing I think I can think of. That I unironically, for fun, go to sugar shacks and like maple festivals. And that's just like a thing that I do. Like, every year I gotta go to like the sugar shack. There's one sugar shack I went to, and the owner claims that Bigfoot was there. And so scattered all around the property were a bunch of Bigfoots, like statues of Bigfoots, of like Sasquatches, signs about Sasquatches. It was crazy. They had like, I think they even had like Sasquatch sounds. I don't know if I just made that up, but I could have sworn there were some Sasquatch sounds. It was crazy. But yeah, I need to go, I need to go to the maple syrup places. I remember I was on the train coming back from like a work trip, and I looked in my purse and I just had a bottle of maple syrup in there, and I was like, wait a minute. Canadian moment. My deep cut Chris Chan lore references often frighten the normies. Wait, I think we need to, we have to gender her correctly though. Like CWC, I think, is the more like accurate. If I understand correct, I don't know a lot about the CWC lore. I know that it exists. I know that it's bad. I know vaguely the story. And when like my friend explained it to me in like very briefly, I was like, ah, okay, so I should probably never look into this. It sounds super unhinged. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, speaking of Pokemon. Yeah, I feel the internet can, I don't know. I don't know how to say this without just like regurgitating all of Bo Burnham. Oh, what did I just say? Bo Burnham? Bo Burnham? I think I'm getting tired. Bo Burnham, his film that came out during like, what was it, like 2020 or 2021? That was a film that I had a hard time watching. It just hit too close to home. I feel like especially because things were just so bleak at certain points during like the lockdowns that I was like, I actually don't think I can watch this. Like I haven't watched Black Mirror, the newest season. because it came out like 2020-ish, and I was like, yeah, I can't look at this right now. I need to feel good about something. I straight up cannot hear like your super depressing stories right now that aren't even real. TLDR, that whole story was such a mess of somebody should have stepped in, and literally the worst people who could have stepped in did, and things got worse. Oh no. That's really unfortunate. Did you guys watch the new Nosferatu film? I watched it Christmas Day, and I didn't know anything about it going in. Like, I hadn't even watched the trailer. Like, my partner convinced me to go with him. And so like Christmas Day, I was like, yeah, let's go see the movie that everybody likes. I didn't know it was gonna be psychosexual. I thought it was just Nosferatu is a vampire and vampires do scary things. And so when it started getting a little freaky deaky, I was like, whoa, mama, why is it getting freaky deaky? This is a little weird. And we walked out of the theater. We got like it was maybe 2.5 hours in or something. How long is that movie? It's a long movie. I think I must have missed like the last maybe 20 or 30 minutes. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. They've been like oh my goodness. Lily Rose Depp has been spasming like 5 times. I can't do this anymore. I think, what's his name? Who's the main actor guy's Nick or something? I'm so bad with names. I liked his parts. I felt like he did a really good job. He's like a very compelling actor. Like when he was in, is it Skarsgård? Wow, is it really that juicy? A little. Yeah, a little. You see pee-pee. You see like rotted giant pee-pee. But yeah, it gets freaky deaky. There are some freaks in that movie. Yeah. You get to see all sorts of things. You get to see all sorts of little bits. Yeah. 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 It was very much like, Peter, the horse is here. Which, fun fact, Antichrist let the world know that Willem Dafoe is once. Yeah. Willem Dafoe is also in Nosferatu. I think I just needed a primer beforehand. If somebody had told me this movie's gonna be a little psychosexual, you're gonna see some stuff, then I feel like that would have been fine. But the fact that I went into Nosferatu blind, I didn't really enjoy it. And it was also literally Christmas Day. Like, I opened some presents, had a little bit of eggnog, and then went out to the theater to watch Nosferatu. And I was not prepared for what was awaiting me. And it was also like, okay, this actually makes movies unwatchable for me when the theater is too loud. And Nosferatu has those like screechy, screamy, like violin jump scare, those types of things. And when the theater is too loud, I felt like my ears were gonna pop off. And so we got like 2.5 hours-ish in, and then, okay, so an hour in, my partner was like, do you want to leave? And I was like, no, let's finish the movie. And then another hour went by, and I was like, can we go home? Oh wait, I already read that. The director was like, it was disturbingly huge, so we subbed the body double. That's crazy! Merry Christmas, Fizzy. Here's some dong. Yeah. I get being a little blindsided by some movies. I saw oh no. I have not seen that movie. Okay, this is a story I tell all the time. While my partner was in Japan, without me, by the way, then I went to go see The Substance by myself, and I had purposely like not really spoiled it for myself or anything. Oh. It turned out to be my favorite movie, like, of all time. But I had to rewatch it a few times before I really liked it, but my first time I watched it in the theater, I was so disturbed. I drove home in complete silence. Like, I couldn't even turn on the radio or put on some music on the aux cord. Like, I just drove home in silence and went straight to bed. And the next day I was telling my coworkers, I was like, do not watch The Substance. And then it was all I could think about for the next 2 weeks. And so I've watched it like at least 3 times. I really like that movie. But there are some movies where it's just like, you are not prepared for what you're about to see. I remember my dad accidentally putting on Law Abiding Citizen, and the first 5 minutes are like a harrowing home invasion? Oh, that's kind of scary. Honestly, it is funny as hell, but there is a lot of, content. I really liked The Substance except for the end, but I think that's a really common take. Yeah, I think that's what threw me off as well. It's just like, I was sitting in the theater, it was so loud, and the end is just, it's deafening. It's deafening. And it goes on for a really long time. And I think my first time watching it, I was like, that could have ended like 15 minutes ago and I would have had the same takeaway. But rewatching it, it doesn't bother me so much. Like now I'm like, okay, slay, spray that blood, girl, spray. My friend thought The Substance would be like this stuff and was sorely disappointed that the movie wasn't so fun. Oh no. The ending of The Substance ironically lacks substance. I like the ending now. I don't know that I can explain why logically. It's just, I feel like emotionally on a certain level, I'm like, yeah. We should spray people and have crazy stuff like that. They deserve it. She can do it as a treat and it's fine. But yeah, I also watched, first like month of college, me and a bunch of my classmates got together to watch The Shape of Water. And I sat beside a guy who I didn't know super well. And the first 5 minutes of Shape of Water, she starts like jorking it in a bathtub. And it just kept going. And so I just remember feeling like, oh my God, I don't know where to look right now. If I look at the screen, I watch that. If I look to one side, it's my classmate. If I look to the other side, it's my, like, some stranger. I don't know what to do right now. My take was that the ending was more metaphorical and not actually happen. Yeah. I feel like the whole thing is not really real. It weirdly rides the line between a weird sort of catharsis and just being an actual nightmare scenario. Yeah. I feel the entire movie it's like a fairy tale. Like a dark fairy tale. Like, I don't think any of that was actually happening. Like, Sue shows up, no ID, no birth certificate, no social media, no agent. She just shows up and they're like, would you like TV show? And she's like, yeah. And then that's it. And then even on like the billboard outside her house, it's like, watch Pump It Up. And there's not even like the name of the channel or like what time the show is on. It's just like, watch it. Just watch it. That was my sister-in-law insisting we watch that Netflix stalker show, Him, and just hard cut to him. Oh no! Oh no! I gotta take a sippy sip. The visuals in it are so good though, even the package design of the medicine, I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, I really like that movie. I was gonna say something, you reminded me of something, Kyrian. Oh, I was gonna say, at one of my first 9-to-5s, I had a pretty long commute, which I feel is the story of like anywhere in Toronto. But anyways, I had a pretty long commute by bus and it was like 7 in the morning and I have to walk by like a mall to get to the bus stop. And some guy, okay, so the mall is kind of on a hill, like it's on a slope. So if you're in the mall parking lot, then you're kind of like uphill and me walking on the sidewalk, I'm downhill. I'm walking towards the bus stop. I look over, some guy has his pants down, just straight jorking it at the street at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I watched it, like, okay, I didn't watch it. Like, I saw it as I was walking by. And I had the thought of, like, do I call the cops? And then I remembered I had to get to work, and I was like, you know what? I just don't care. I need to catch my bus. And so I just left it at that. And to this day, I'm like, why was that guy doing that? What was he just getting off on like the public indecency? Was he high? Like, what is the story behind this man? Like, it didn't look like he was homeless or anything. I'm pretty sure he was standing beside his own car. Really had nothing else to do at 7 a.m. than just jerk it in the mall parking lot. Oh man. The injection scenes make me cringe so much because I hate needles. Yeah, I hate needles too. So imagine me, needle phobic as hell, watching that movie alone, and just like the ASMR, like the Foley sounds of it, even if you close your eyes, you can still hear it. And what makes it worse is I found out that those injection scenes are the actual director, like Coralie Fargeau. She's actually injecting herself with that. That's a real shot of a needle going into somebody's arm. That's not a prosthetic arm. And that, like, that's so gross. I feel like for her, that was very much like her artistic intent or something. But as a needle phobic viewer, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can watch that anymore. Is his Diet Coke in the morning? Oh my God. Look at that curvy road. I don't know if he was like one of those people. Maybe he's one of those like car lovers. You know what I mean? Like, oh, her curves, the gas. Sometimes artistic intent can F off. Sometimes artistic intent is kind of just free license to be insane. Are those car people real or is it a meme? You know what? Along with the conversation that we were having earlier about like people are into just stuff and it doesn't matter. I am of the belief that if something exists, someone out there is genuinely attracted to it. It does not matter what it is. There are people who are into sneezing. There are people who are into girls crying. There are people who are into like puking. There are people who are into pretty much everything. I would not, like, I don't doubt for a second that there's car people. And you know what? I hope that their car interest is very low. There's a whole subreddit about dragons specifically being car lovers. You gotta elaborate more on that. I don't know what that means. That's true. Compared to some things, cars is pretty tame. Yeah, and I feel like there are some guys who are like not even quote unquote a car lover. Just people who are really into cars. I feel like it's only like a half step further than that. Actually, there was a movie at TIFF a few years ago about a car that got a woman pregnant. Dragons. Whoa! Kyrian, how do you know this stuff? What's up? Wait a minute. There's a whole subreddit about dragons specifically being car lovers? How do you know about that subreddit? How do you know about that subreddit? You go on there? Ashamed to admit I haven't heard of this thing too. Okay, maybe I'm just out of the loop. Out of character, dark lore. What, does Kyrian the alien Mebian go on Reddit? That's crazy. Okay, you know what I did stumble across? I stumbled across a Reddit of, oh, I forget the name that they were using. It was something crazy, but basically they were implying that everyone who has kids are just like selfish and hate the environment and that you're a bad person if you have kids and that kids are disgusting. And I just remember being like, what? You guys aren't joking? This isn't a bit? You guys actually think this? That's crazy. I mean, like, I feel like if you don't want to have kids, then fine, like, all power to you. But to think that somebody else is just like a selfish asshole for having a kid? Because I mean, like, not all kids are planned either. I mean, even if they are, like, isn't that better? I'm not sure what conclusion to draw from this Reddit existing, this subreddit existing, besides just like, That is a crazy take. I genuinely don't know how someone would come to that conclusion besides being like, ooh, like, I'm so black-pilled, whatever. Okay, the weirdly all children are awful. Dink people scare me. Yeah, like, the kids don't choose to be around either. They're just kind of chilling. I also think that, like, children have every right to be in public spaces. It doesn't, I don't really understand this mentality of like, ew, why are there children? I mean, I can understand being like a little annoyed if a baby is screaming. Fine, I get it. But like, children deserve to be in public. I like it. It feels crazy that that's even an opinion that I have to think about. That children, it is okay for a child to exist in public. I feel like I have had adjacent thoughts, specifically if I'm stuck on an airplane and there's a baby crying behind me and kicking my seat. But as soon as that's over, like, it wasn't that deep. It literally wasn't that deep. Oh my gosh, it's almost 11. You guys are keeping me entertained. This has been a very chatty stream. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. I feel like I should probably wrap it up. My voice, like my throat is actually getting real raspy because of how much I've been yapping. I thought it was just like a funny thing that streamers would talk about, like needing to take like a voice break. I'm like, how much are you guys talking? I've been yapping like constantly for what, almost 3 hours? I don't know how to count. Yeah, like 3.5 hours almost, right? Holy moly. Engagement is honestly such a major part of stream motivation for me. That's so fair. Okay, you know what, Kyrian? Okay, here's my hot tip for you. Is that when I am streaming, sorry, I'm distracted. I swear I have a thought and a point, which is that if no one is talking to me, then this is my opportunity to basically, like, first of all, yap my yappin' and say whatever the hell I want to say, which is kind of like a big treat for me because I feel like, I don't know, like to me, streaming is a bit of like a release or fun time because I feel like in real life, people are not always interested in what I have to say. No, okay, that sounds really bad, but just in the sense of like, I can info dump infinitely. I can just keep talking. Like, this is what it sounds like in my head all the time. And so if I'm on stream, I'm like, yay, I get to talk as much as I want and no one can stop me. Which is kind of like my whole Instagram and like social media presence is very much just like, this is my brain rot and you are going to hear about it. You will be hearing from me. And I think it's more fun to watch when it's like someone is just like yapping. And I feel like it makes it easier to stream because I'm not depending on like whether or not people are chatting back to me in stream. Cause I'm gonna be yapping anyways. I like, it's definitely more fun when people are chatting back to you. Like, it's more feedback and people are funny, like people make funny jokes. But just like, even if there's no engagement, I will be yapping. And another thing is that like, you can kind of see it as like, okay, cause Kyrian, I'm sure you seem like you would do really well on YouTube. Because you like to yap like in depth about certain topics. And so you could see it as like, okay, if no one is talking to you on your stream, or like a few minutes go by where nobody's really saying anything, this is your opportunity to basically record the stuff that you want to make for YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, if there is something you want to talk about for Pokemon and it's not something that you need to like have research ready, just start yapping, just start info dumping. Like, something that I have thought about yapping on here, but I haven't been streaming a super lot. Wow, that came out really well. Is because I've been like crunching for work a lot. And so I just haven't had time to really stream. But something I want to talk about is like, Kate, I'm finance pilled a little bit. I'm sure you know this, but for anyone else on stream who doesn't know, like, I really love talking about investing and like personal finance, which is kind of like, it sounds so boring, but it's so fun. And so like, I feel like it's such an overwhelming topic. Like I don't know, I feel the way a lot of people think about it is just like, money scary. Me no like talk about money. Money means stress and bad. But like, it doesn't have to be that way. You do not have to be rich in order to like actually find talking about money to be like an enjoyable experience. And like, reviewing your credit card statement does not have to be a big scary thing, you know? And I think like a lot of people would feel more confident and like financially literate if it just wasn't for the emotional side of things, where it just feels so stressful and overwhelming that people just kind of like shut down. And so like, that's something that I'm really passionate about, and I do eventually want to make content about it. But like, you just gotta find like, what is the one thing that Kyrian can yap about with zero research needed? Like, just like stream of consciousness, like, what do you have to say about this topic? And I feel like that's a really fun thing to listen to, and an easy way to kind of like fill silence if you're on stream and nobody's talking. Like, I don't know if you guys notice when like chat dies down, I just keep talking because it's happening anyways. IRL, I feel like I'm talking at people and they don't always listen, but in a stream, people are there to hear you and they're forced to hear. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So just lean into that full tilt. Like, I don't think you have to wait for engagement to just like have a fun stream, if that makes sense. So that's my hot tip. I also like to talk to chat as if you guys are my best friend. I've said this before. And I mean, I do have like friends in chat, and so that helps make it easier for sure. But like, even if my friends don't show up, I'm gonna be like, girl, let me tell you about my day. Like at the beginning of stream, I was like, girl, guess who yanked my ponytail today? Guess who got violated during a massage? Not like that, but just like crazy. Okay, I feel like this game is never gonna end. I think I'm gonna call stream here because my throat is actually starting to hurt quite a bit from talking. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move to the stream ending screen now. Right, that might have explained the weird tone for this stream. Ah, I see. Oh, there's like no music. Oh, here, let me I'll put my music on for the last 30 seconds. But thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you showing up. I'm hoping to have another stream. Oh, is my music too loud? Was my music too loud? I feel like it was kind of loud. Yeah, thank you. I'm hoping to have another stream Tuesday or Thursday, possibly. I'm trying to have like more of a stream schedule so that my streams are a bit more predictable. For right now, it's just kind of like whenever I have time, like a day or two in advance, I'll try and plan one. But yeah, definitely trying to have like a day of the week where like, I don't know, like every Thursday I'll definitely be on stream kind of thing. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday and a great weekend. Love you guys.